days. Another week.
And Mr. Flamingtons.
Young Flam.
Yo,
He's back. I see he's
Yeah,
playing.
yes,
sir.
I saw him playing Woo-Wah. I don't know. Are you okay, bud?
I'm good now.
What do you mean you're good now? What happened before?
We Coochie. That's
Oh.
all that matters.
Oh no. This man's playing Woo-Wah again. It's all over for everyone. it's a long road.
Did they do
Nice.
something? Like a new update or something?
I think the update comes out in a day or two. I just logged in because I haven't logged in a while.
This
See
man
what was
prepping.
going on?
This man prepping for the update.
You know, pop a quick little multi, you know.
You know the vibes, man. They're all flame luck.
Mm.
You get it done. The same way we'll get another episode done. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 136 of the Good, Great,
Yikes.
Perfect podcast. We are back with the usual Jabronskis. I got Young Flem, I got Nightmare Sweat P, and I got Broseph. What's going on, guys?
Yo.
We chilling?
We in here.
Yeah, how we doing, man? Night, how you been, man? What's been popping? What's been happening, man?
There's been a lot, but
Okay.
yeah. Just came. Well, I've been back from my trip, but I went to Colorado. That was cool. Saw some
Oh,
shit.
Love that.
Played in Pokemon local out there. It was cool.
Okay, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
You smoke or you get smoked?
I was like one game away from top cutting, but
Damn.
but we were good.
Okay.
I
What
like that.
what deck were you playing?
Oh, that was the video game.
Oh, it's the video game. Let's fucking go, dude.
Oh,
That's
okay.
base the shit. Hell yeah, dude. What were you running? What was the team looking like?
So it's Calyrex Shadow Rider,
Okay.
Tornadus, Urshifu Rapid Strike,
Mhm.
Chien Pal,
Damn.
Iron Hands, and the GOAT Dragonite.
You ran a Dragonite?
Oh.
Let's fucking...
See, that's why you
Yes,
didn't make
sir.
top cut. is
You
because
ran
you
a
had Dragonite.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You ran a Dragonite?
Now I know why.
That's tough.
Now I know why you lost and who you ran into.
Yikes.
Running a Dragonite in the modern era is tough. Let's go.
No, he's actually good in the modern era.
What are you running,
This is
like-
literally his best
That's
gen.
coat. That's coat.
Sure,
No,
sure,
it
sure.
is. It literally is. Look at the fucking numbers.
What was
Look
the
at set.
what was the set? What was the set running on Dragonite? With some DD fucking I don't know outrage bullshit or what are you doing?
I mean, I have outrage on it, but it's like choice band, E-speed, outrage, stomp and tantrum, and aerial ace.
Choice band E speed is
Ooh.
disgusting.
Is his best
Yeah.
flying move Aerial Ace? That kind of blows.
Yeah, it's that, or you have to do like Terra flying.
Ew.
I guess
Terrablast.
that could work, I guess, but Terra Flying's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Damn, that's man's getting into the mons. Let's go, dude. That's kind of tight. Awesome, cool. Flame, how you been, man? What's been happening?
I've been pretty good. I beat Mass Effect 3.
This guy's on a roll.
I started the new Danganronpa game, the 100-line Last Defense Academy.
Yup.
I got back into WWE recently,
Oh shit. Okay.
and I'm planning to
Okay.
go to SummerSlam in August. It's in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, other than that, I've been chilling.
Love it.
Oh,
love
and I dropped off 20 cards to PSA today.
Nice.
There you go.
Yes.
We're
So
hopefully good.
we'll see.
So now
we'll
we
get those
wait
back
like
in,
6 months, right?
I'm still waiting for the other ones. They're
Oh
in, they're
my.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's crazy.
they're in the grading stage now, but it's been like
Okay.
that for like a month and a half.
Yikes.
So we'll see.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, especially if you get a good grade. I mean, it really depends. Like, I assume you're not really like planning to sell them. They're more of like a collector's piece. So
I'm gonna sell them, but like in like 20 years.
right. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good
Yeah,
to
if
just
you
get
make it.
them slabbed.
Hey,
Hey, whoa. Whoa. We got threatening aura to start this episode off.
Bro's rolling around with a
JoJo
dragon.
moment.
Crazy.
Ah, man,
Oh,
still
speaking
ball
of
run,
speaking of
boy.
JoJo, yeah, still ball
Oh, yeah.
run. Let's go,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Add that to the
Add that to the list. Alright, I add that to the off topics. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'll add it in there. Todd, how you been, man? What's been popping?
Yeah, things have been all right. Not much really happening, but Chris and I got our trip booked to Australia.
Oh shit! Okay,
Ooh.
it's Aussie time.
Yep.
We back.
We're so back,
Yep.
dude. Let's go.
Big dogs.
Yep. So Carissa and I are going to be heading over on the 2nd of July, and we're there for about 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
So it'll be good to see some family and stuff.
Any plans?
Because Carissa and I, we're really into the AFL, so we're planning to go to at least 2 games. We might make it to 3 games depending on how things go. So yeah, she's really excited about that. But it's more of just like a trip to just like show Carissa Australia because she hasn't been before.
Yep.
So she's gonna check out random things. We got a couple things planned.
Sick.
One of my aunt has like a holiday house
Oh, nice.
in Phillip Island, which is down like the southern part of the state. So
Yeah.
we'll probably hang out there for a little bit. So yeah, we got some things planned, but yeah, we're really excited about that. So that's gonna be happening in the next couple months. But aside from that, no, it's been pretty chill. I mean, we had Easter recently, so hopefully all you guys had a good Easter period.
Yes, very true.
And all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, how about you, Pappy? What about you? What's
yeah,
been
man,
happening?
it's been good. We've been chilling. I just got back from Melbourne actually, last night. So I was there with a couple of mates for about like 6-7 days. We stayed up there at an Airbnb. I love Melbourne, man. Melbourne is such a cool fucking city. I think I'd love to move at some point. I think that's kind of
Carissa's like,
plan.
oh, I'd like to go to like Sydney, or I'd like to go to like someplace else. I'm like, Melbourne's just kind of like where it's at.
Melbourne's cool as fuck, dude. Like it's just so
There's so much to do in Melbourne.
There's so, bro. I don't think I've had like that many beers and coffees in my entire life. Like just traversing the different pubs, and then just like Melbourne coffee is just so there's levels to it, man. So super fun with that. Work is working. Melbourne was Melbourning. You know, life is lifing, which is pretty cool. Nah, we're getting through it each and every day. But yeah. So without further ado, surprisingly, gentlemen, for once we have OPTC news. That's actually like kind of cool.
Let's go.
We actually have some decent fucking news.
Once in a blue moon.
But we have to start off with the bad stuff with legend, Kizuna legend Sabo and Bonney. Todd, do you wanna give us the breakdown of Sabo and Bonney, please?
I will say that they're not awful.
Yes.
It's just like they have a really cool special where it's kind of like it's trying to emulate what the character does, where like Sabo saves Bonney when they met up in the Reverie for a little bit, where like it's kind of similar to what Toki does, where Toki sends her group to the future. So you basically, when you use the special of Sabo and Bonney, you can select one character on your crew and they're unaffected by everything for 3 turns. And they have like other chain related abilities.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool. They've got a really good switch effect. They apply weakness debuff, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's about the extent of it. Like, I don't really see the character making a big splash in like any sort of meta or anything. Potential could see use in a super boss sense if you're able to apply that weakness, because their weakness doesn't go through immunity. That's the only real big downside, I would say. But
yeah,
overall, they're just an interesting character. They're kind of cool with the like the Toki kind of ability, but the fact that Toki protects 2 units and then gives you that massive attack and all boost after the fact, it's hard to replace what that does. Like Sabo and Bonney, they just give you like chain boundary, chain boost, and then protection. So it's not as good as Toki, but it's similar in ability, because we haven't had characters kind of do that aside from like, I guess, like Queen, Sober Mask, Shiryu, those type of abilities. But yeah, other than that, nothing really too noteworthy with Sabo Bonney.
dude, but they have last tap, man.
Oh shit!
They have last tap, dude.
What kind of last tap though?
Oh, have a guess. The same fucking Detroit. Oh, dude, this one's so bad. This is like it's better than Tashigi's, which is ironic because there wasn't Tashigi's like 800 base attack and like a 2x color affinity or some shit. This is advantageous class effect though. Okay, it's better.
And at least the advantageous class effect is applied at least at level 1, where I think like Tashigi's like only got
Level
the additional
5.
effect when you're at level 5. Yeah, so
I think Tashigi might be the worst legend of the year so far. If we do the award show this year, I think Tashigi's up there. She got to be up there.
She
right?
is up there. I wouldn't argue with you.
So they have general shenanigans of base attack, and then they have the class advantageous buff, which we haven't really seen on many units in recent time, right? I think the last unit was probably was it the Int Sabo was the last one? Or no, we probably have seen it before.
There's been a couple units that have done it. But Int Sabo, the one that came out for New Year's, has had like the best effect of that ability so far. And that's another reason is like this character's last tap, while it isn't good, it has the advantageous class effect. But if you really wanted to abuse that ability, the problem is this only affects the last tap. You want that ability for your whole crew.
Yes, absolutely.
So, right. And again, it's a Sabo unit, so it competes with that New Year's Sabo. Sabo from New Year's also has like way better utility. So yeah, I mean you're comparing a Super Sugo to a Kizuna Legend, so I mean. It is what it is, but yeah, if you have New Year's Sabo, I just don't see how you'd use this character unless if you only want that ability to protect like one specific unit from a debuff.
Yeah, absolutely right. Plus, like for the final tap to actually be useful, I'm now just realizing that certain things have to line up for like you to get that buff as well. Like
you need a recovery or a similar slot.
Yep, and then you also need the boss to have the weakness to a class, and that weakness to a class has to align to like Sabo and Bonney's classes to some degree, and it's like it's too much. I have seen them used in Rumble quite a bit, which I think is quite interesting. They do seem to have.
I don't even remember what they do.
A big debuff to free spirit intruders, but then they have that stinky little when there are 8 or more fighter and free cerebral characters, they inflict level 8 defense down to free. So there's a big free spirit debuffer. So free spirit shooter debuffer, which are like 2 of the stronger teams in Rumble at the moment as well. So really good in that sense. And then their ability is more debuffing and then like some special CT reversal, which is kind of cool. And then haste, which I mean, like there's utility there for sure. I think, again though, like I don't think you're really gonna be building a bespoke team that takes on free spirit or shooter, unless maybe it's for like Grand Party. You can kind of, if you know what your opponent's running, you can maybe like have this unit to kind of
maybe it'll be good for Assault Rumble.
Oh my god, Ass Rumble. You know,
Ass Rumble.
Ass Rumble.
That's so good.
But yeah, it's kind of like a whatever unit, which I guess makes sense because this is the countdown to 11th Annie, regardless. But I don't know if the Peanut Boys have anything in mind for this unit. Do we want to hold our peace?
I saw the Todd video on Twitter when he was reading the final tap. That show was funny.
Yeah, me too.
The ultimate crash out.
So bad.
The crash out. I love watching when Todd reads. When I see final tap, I just think of Todd, and I'm like, here we go. He's gonna crash out.
I know. If I see it's got final tap and then I see it's got base attack, I just immediately get frustrated and
it's a bad unit. I just don't even care if it's the best unit in the game. It's a bad unit. It sucks. The unit sucks. What was that? Well done. Now to some actual like fun stuff. Version 15.0 has released into One Piece Treasure Cruise, and we have a lot to delve into in regards to 15.0.
There is some cool shit.
I don't know. What were your initial thoughts, everyone? I suppose we can start with that and kind of go from there.
My quick comment on the new version update is, thank God they finally upgraded the login screen.
Yeah, man.
From the Fishman Island time skip Straw Hats.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to revert back to the Fishman Island one.
They just need to leave it.
It actually looks really good.
It does. It actually does. I mean, it probably will revert.
Rare W for OPTC.
The old egghead theme. The whole UI like update was just pure egghead related, which I'm like, I like it, but I think like it's kind of weird. I guess Egghead's gonna be around for a long time anyway, so kind of makes sense. But we have a lot of stuff to kind of discuss, so I probably will just go based upon the images, and we can kind of add the nuance to each of those little points. They're the ones that they uploaded, I suppose, to their Twitter. So the first thing is we had a bunch of like UI updates in relation to accessing events. And changes in terms of they've added a whole menu for Rumble, which I found kind of odd. But I understand
that
why.
is strange.
Because there's like technically there's like 4 modes to Rumble, more or less. So I kind of get it, which is cool. The underway events thing I think is awesome. Too bad nothing happens in the game for that tab to be useful in any sort of sense of the imagination anyway. Plus, I think the Kazuna only got added after 2 days to that underway events tab as well. So take with
That's
that
kind of hilarious.
what you will. And then also they've kind of edited the adventure menu. So now PK is now available in the adventure menu. And there is like a scroll wheel down the bottom for the limited time events such as like Kazuna, co-op, TM, etc., etc. I don't know. How do you feel about the updates in that sense?
I don't really think like I don't know why they wasted resources to edit this.
Yeah.
Like this didn't really need much of a change. But what I will say is that beforehand, when you would click the like adventure button to like go to your event or PK or whatever you wanted to do, there was always like a little load that would happen because of Rumble.
Yep.
But now Rumble is in its own screen,
Yeah.
so I guess that's slightly better. But at the same time, it was just a kind of a redundant update. I don't really think this needed to be changed all that much, but yeah, minor upgrade, I suppose.
Absolutely. And I guess jumping into probably now getting into a bit more of the juices, character tags. Oh my god. We are Dokkan in this bitch, man. We have a fucking laundry list of character tags that have been added to OPTC. There is a lot. I think I screenshotted all of them. But there's so many character tags in this game now.
But even though there's a lot of tags, there's not actually a lot of characters within those tags. Not a lot of the characters in the game have been given their full tags yet, so it's a little fucky right now if you're trying to team build with them. Because a lot of the time it's not.
Sorry, go.
That's all good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did they make a comment about like not like they haven't fulfilled all the tags yet at all? Or is that just an assumption that we kind of have?
I think the tags are all probably going to stay the same, but the characters are not. Not every character has been given tags yet to fit in those categories yet.
Okay.
I think so a lot of the more modern characters have their tags, and I think every Rumble unit, every Rumble rare recruit has their tags.
Right. Okay.
But there's like a lot of older rare recruits that still don't have tags. I haven't checked like if every legend has their tag. I would assume yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a lot of units in the game that don't have their tags yet, which could be problematic if like in terms of team building in the future. So I guess we'll see. But this is a pretty cool upgrade, honestly. We've been asking for this for quite a long time, and I'm surprised that they actually did it. It was actually kind of funny because when this got announced, like I sent a message in the Bandai Discord saying like, "Oh, that's cool that you guys finally added character tags." And then the Bandai representative messaged back saying, "Oh, it's kind of funny because I made a video around New Year's time saying that, it'd be cool if we had like this category system."
Yeah.
And then the Bandai representative said like she was like all suspect because like I basically guessed that this was happening and we never got told that it was happening.
Yeah.
And she was wondering how the hell I knew about it. But
hey,
yeah,
man,
it was just
we've been around the block.
This is a good guess.
We've been playing video games, man. Like Dokkan does it surprisingly well. So, like, and it really does add an entirely new layer to team building, which we have seen. I don't know if we'll talk about them like bespokely, but a lot of, not a lot of units, like 4 different units got level limit breaks, including Final Tap Kid, guys. He's going to get a 6+. I swear.
I actually don't remember. Did he have a level limit break beforehand?
Do not think so.
I don't think
so. But yeah, Final Tap Kid now in his captain ability, or in his like kit in general, he has in his special. It's like if you have 3 or more Kid Pirates, worst generation characters on the crew, you get a additional benefit. And then like, certain other things like Kid Pirates, worst generation, Land of Wano, Paramecia, so on and so on. Like, so there's a lot of room for them to kind of now play around with.
I am concerned,
kits and stuff.
However,
go.
Because it's not only just with what they did with Final Tap Kid, but it's even with the new introductions of Vegapunk and Kuma, which we'll get to shortly, where they have a part of their kit where it's like they still only boosts like certain class, certain
Yeah.
color, etc. And then if you have these tags on your crew, then you get additional ability.
Yeah.
Which that could be a little bit of a problem, especially in like a PKA scenario or a treasure map scenario where you need to use them as a friend captain, and you also have to keep in mind like point booster or like dupe dropping units. Like you need to build teams around having not only the point boosters but also the tags, and then also working with the classes. Like it can be really tricky moving forward. Like I would prefer it if it was just scrap boosting types and classes altogether. Just boost the tag now.
Yeah,
like just
one of the
boost
other.
the tag of X tag by whatever value.
Yeah.
Like don't like put us into like a little bit of a corner where we have to use so many different tags classes like all combined together, because that's where team building issues are going to arise.
No, you're 100% correct. Like now I'm rereading Kuma's kit. Like he attack boost blah 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 blah. And then, like, he does 10 turns paralysis, awesome. But then if you have 4 or more egghead characters, you get a further 1.1x attack boost, which is kind of massive, right? You know, that takes him to, what, like a 5.8x, like a big jump in damage.
5.77, yeah.
And then, you know, if you have 5 or more egghead characters on the crew, you reduce 2 turns of despair, which you know for a fact that's going to become super vital in PK.
Yeah.
And then... if you have, and then also he randomly boosts like Paramecia and Revolutionary characters' base HP by 1500, which I don't think we've ever seen a base HP boost.
Base HP boost by 1500 is actually kind of massive.
It's fucking crazy because it's such a 1500.
Like how much cotton?
It's a lot.
That's like 300 HP cotton can.
Yes, like it's a lot of HP boost there. So. You are right. I think that it's going to be a really delicate line to draw. I think I can't wait to see this be utilized in like Kazuna and seeing what kind of shenanigans people can get up to. But on the contrary, you are 100% correct. The idea of like having like now I'm just picturing this PK is going to be a mess, because having like a friend booster, a friend captain that doesn't fulfill all the tag requirements, and then missing those 2 turns of despair, then having to run some fucky wucky kind of team to get that 2 turns of despair. Oh, it's going to be painful. But it's cool. I think there's such a benefit of it. Plus, weirdly enough, bosses also have character tags as well. So it clearly seems that there will be some sort of abilities around doing more damage to certain tags. It would be my assumption. But then they go on to say that, you know, tags will appear in specials, captain abilities, and Pirate Rumble, which I think will add a whole nother layer to Rumble as well as a whole with the whole tag system. So I think we're gonna have a lot more orientation of teams going forward, which I think is good. I think it's a very positive change. It kind of opens up that whole
again,
space.
like the idea is good, but will the execution be good?
That's Bandai in a nutshell, right? Good idea, right idea, wrong execution. That's that one for sure. Okay, speaking of wrong execution, Flame. Remember when you hated Final Tap?
Maybe.
Remember when you hated Super Tandem?
Maybe.
Remember when you hated Rush?
Yes.
Now you can go on and hate Super Tandem Boost. It's a new potential ability.
We don't really know how it works exactly, but
It's
the fact that it's like called
mechanic.
Super Tandem Boost, like is this a Super Tandem? Like, can you use a Super Tandem and a Super Tandem Boost? Or if you can stack both this and a Super Tandem, this should have been something else. Like, don't call it the same thing, you know? Like, we just need more info.
So it says during quests, activating Super Tandem with characters that meet the activation requirements automatically activates a Super Tandem Boost. The boost level of the specific character tag will increase when activated depending on the boss level. Characters with the character tag will receive an attack boost. So it seems like you still need to have a Super Tandem in order to kind of activate it.
Yeah, because this is a new potential ability.
Which is fucked, by the way. Like, if this is a gold potential ability, like, we're so cooked.
So does that mean that a character is going to have Super Tandem boost and a Super Tandem simultaneous? That's going to be so dog shit.
Honestly, if it's a silver potential ability, that's fine, I think. I think it's okay.
Yeah, if there are readily available tablets for it, which might be how you get them via the new game mode Assault Rumble, potentially. Yes. That could be a way to do it.
I think it'd be fine if it's a regular potential ability, and then you can have like Super Tandem and then Super Tandem Boost as like 2 potential abilities. I think that's fine. But if it's a gold potential ability, I think like there's a lot of problems,
Yeah,
especially because
it's gonna be rough.
I don't know when Final Tap came out. What, like maybe like 5 years ago now, 6 years, like 5 years ago now. Wow, I think
4 or
it's
5,
been.
yeah.
And I think we've had a total of like 9 gold tablets Final Tap released in those 9 years, something like that. That's a big problem. Like that's a big problem. So fingers crossed it is not a gold potential ability, but it's another mechanic. As every anniversary brings forth something. Action special last year. It was actually, yeah, it was. No, it was New Year's.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Now we have Super Tandem Boost activated. Great, I suppose. Very odd. I don't know, but it could be cool.
Yeah.
Might add another. It probably will add. It will add another layer to team building as per, which I think is pretty cool. And so on. Final thing, new game mode, Assault Rumble, Arse Rumble. It seems like this is a PvE mode, but it's for Rumble wise. And then the kind of structure is that you go against a boss, and you get a score depending on how much damage you deal, how much HP you have remaining, the level of the boss. There's a defeat bonus, and don't worry, guys. There is a trusty character bonus as well. So make sure you pull the Rumble boosters. Let's go! Yes, rank 1 Arse Rumble. Dude.
More boosters.
More boosters. PogChamp. I did in the help section, like where like the chopper help section in the game. It does say that owning the character is part of the trusty boost. So that hopefully that's the case, and it's not like you have to have them on your team.
Yeah, because shoehorning characters into Rumble is not fucking fun.
Absolutely not. So this is like the next kind of alliance related mode, I suppose. And it does seem like it's a PvE kind of thing. Before you get it twisted, it is gem heavy. It will be gem heavy. You can refresh your stamina with gems with this mode as well. So good luck competing with anyone else, as a matter of fact, unfortunately.
The way that I see it, it's kind of like a Super Boss Kizuna, but for Rumble.
Literally
that's
perfect.
Pretty much how I see
that's
it.
pretty much it, exactly, on a nutshell. I think a lot of people say like maybe they get rid of Super Rumble for this.
I hope so.
I hope so, but also like I don't see it happening because they just have Super Rumble and Assault Rumble like alternating months. In that sense.
They could do that.
And then like you're just farming gems from players consistently anyway, so it's like sick.
The thing that I always wonder is like when they introduce a new game mode is like what is the incentive to playing this mode? Like if it's just legend tickets and gems, like it's gonna be kind of boring.
It's gonna be.
I just hope that there's a reason to play it. Like maybe, I mean, because it's Rumble focused, we might get more Rainbow Scrolls potentially. Maybe as we mentioned before with the Super Tandem Boost, could be tablets for that as well. So there's a lot of different ways they could go about it, but there just needs to be an incentive to play it, because currently as it stands, like with Co-op Quest, bro, I hate playing that shit.
Co-op Quest sucks.
I literally just do probably the bare minimum, if not even less than the bare minimum, and like as long as I get the freaking Grand Feast character at the end of the season, that's all I care about.
That's all that matters. Man,
there's not enough incentive to play it.
I'm edging ever closer, just making it a fucking modded client account, and then just teaming up with that, and then just wave clearing the entire thing to just save time. It's
every time they bring out a new season, I always get like someone from the subreddit Discord just to like run through the PKA version on the side, because the co-op PKA is actually like really fast. You can get through it pretty quick, and yet you get pretty good rewards just for clearing it once. So yes, I don't blame you, is what I'm saying. Shit is brutal.
So I've clicked on the ranking rewards help thing for Assault Rumble. There are personal ranking rewards that competes with the highest score of individual users, and alliance rank that competes with the total score of the alliance. You can receive rewards from both rankings, so be sure to join an alliance. That's it.
Ooh, maybe I'll do that.
There's the same thing every time: alliance ranking and individual ranking rewards. It looks cool. I think it would be fun for the first time because everyone's going to have all the boosters because it's anniversary. And then the next one after that, fucking who knows? That's the problem, right? Like, when you don't have the boosters or don't have the trusty characters and you aren't getting those big ass scores, that's when it's going to become an issue. I think the other cool part might be that there might be some level of team building or rumble team building to like kind of defeat these bosses to some degree. We don't know how the boss system is really gonna work per se, but hopefully to some boss teams in Assault Rumble have unique traits. The team will have a unique Rumble stats for the Assault Rumble and will perform multiple actions at once with more powerful normal actions. Great, that's awesome. So that's what it says in game 2. But that's Assault Rumble. And then we've got 25 gems. Sick. We didn't really get them at once. We got them over 10 days because shout out Treasure Cruise, man. That's version 15 from their perspective.
That's the highlights.
That's the highlights. There's not really much else in terms of in-game stuff. We did get a few things like we said, the level limit breaks of Final Tap Kid, Psy Luffy got a level limit break. TM Mihawk, the OG one, got a level limit break, and also Kizuna Ace and Marker got a level limit break. So that's pretty cool. They all do various things in that kind of regard. They added 3 new single matches to the game. So Samurai of Wano, Animal Kingdom Pirates, and Future Egghead Island.
5 gems per clear, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So solid 15 gems there. They added a couple more ship specials. So for I don't know what the hell these ships are. Kizaru's ship and
the Liberal Hind.
There you go. They added some more characters to the Ray shop. They randomly did as well. They added like a Neo version of that Egghead Luffy, like a strength version of him, which is kind of weird, but that's cool. They also added Pirate Rumble Rare Recruit Chopper to the metal shop for 1 medal, which is insane. That's just a free Rumble Rare Recruit. I didn't have him, so that's awesome for me. And then I can't remember that. I think that Jimbo was free to play, honestly.
He is a rare recruit.
Really? Okay, well there you go.
He came out. He might have come out during New Year's, or he was a relatively recent rare recruit. And the reason why they did all this is because they updated the tutorial of the game, and those characters were all given for free. So now, if you already have an account, you can just get all those characters for not a lot.
Yeah, they added like a bunch of other stuff. Like I think like Shanks, like there was like a free to play Shanks that got all the EXP characters are in the shop as well, all that kind of stuff.
New ship as well.
New ship. We got the fucking
Egghead, whatever
the vacuum rocket. That's what your mum calls, or that's what I call your mum. I was about to say that's what your mum calls me. I was gonna say, wait a minute, pause on that. Jesus Christ. There's Assault Rumble filters, which weirdly enough, if you filter your units by combat power, they will be different to your Rumble combat power stats, which makes no sense to me.
That is bizarre. I did not know that.
But there you go. All the tags are in the game. I sent an image into the chat there. That's all the tags in the game right now. There's at least like 70 plus tags I think there is at the moment, which is kind of cool, but we will wait to see how much they're utilized.
I was kind of interested to see like what kind of tags they're going to put in the game, and what it looks like is like they're, I mean, as the name of it describes, they are character tags. They're not like categories per se, where there's no like film category where you'd have like Zephyr, Shiki, etc. They're just like Tesoro is a Paramecia type, and that's it. Like pretty much like there's some weird ones in there. Like for example, the 10th anniversary Ace that we got last year. He's a Navy character. So that's cool.
That's kind of cool.
So if we get a new Borsalino with the Navy tag, that Ace is gonna work real well with him. But that Ace, the fact that it's an alternate timeline version of Ace where he doesn't have his Devil Fruit, so he's not a Logia type.
Great point.
He's literally just a Navy unit. So yeah, there's some weird, interesting stuff like that. Another thing that a lot of people were wondering about is like, there's like a Blackbeard that's like an Egghead character. It's like, well, Blackbeard wasn't on Egghead, but it's just that character scene was shown during the Egghead arc, which is why he has that tag. So there's some interesting stuff like that. Another one that came to mind that I looked up, which was really weird, is they have a World Economic Journal tag, which is where Big News Morgans would be, and the free to play Big News Morgans we have does not have the character tag. So it's literally an empty tag with nothing in it.
That's so cool, man. Shout out Bandai, man.
So there's a lot of units that need their tags.
Yeah, I just hope that over time, like they just add tags to to units over time, as opposed to being like, okay, like one and done, this unit will never get another tag again. It's like, no, you can keep updating it, so they kind of fall into place. Really cool. As we said before, Assault Rumble will be a paid mode purely because you can just refresh with gems, and it will update in the same kill into regular Rumble will. A bunch of level limit breaks. There is like a separate UI window for the character tag section, which is kind of cool. The new ship doesn't even do anything yet. It's just a 1.2x attack boost, but I'm sure that'll change at some point. What else was there? Dual units in their solo form have different tags, which is kind of cool. And then in their dual form, they have the combine of all the tags, which is kind of based.
Could also be kind of bad for team building if you have a character that needs certain tags. Yeah, that could really screw you up.
Great point. Excellent. And then I was gonna have this in the other news section, was just popped up here. Anyone who is still using the data link via like ID and password, you will need to update ASAP. And they've added in the Google one as well, so make sure you log in with your Google account if you haven't done so yet. I would highly recommend, just in case, in that sense too. And I think that's about it for the update. I think I'm gonna have the letter. We'll have the letter separately. But what are your thoughts on 15.0 so far?
I think it's a decent update, to be honest. It was definitely more than I was expecting. I mean, coming into this anniversary period, I really didn't know what to expect for an update. The character tags is a nice function which can give new ways for characters to be built in the future, which is really cool, because I mean, for basically the entire lifespan of the game, we've been locked behind using certain classes, colors, or rainbow. But having the ability to build teams in new ways, I think, is really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they use it, as long as they execute it correctly and they don't make team building too harsh, which they've done a lot in the past with certain units, like the New Year's Luffy, very annoying unit to team build for. So we'll see what happens, but I am excited to see how it goes. And the Rumble update, I mean, the new Rumble game mode, obviously it's not out yet, so it's a little hard to judge how good or bad it's going to be. But as long as the incentive and the rewards to play it are good, that's going to be more than enough. I mean, as we know with like Treasure Map's kind of an interesting game mode where a lot of people hate it, but the rewards are so good that it kind of like fixes itself in a way.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think that so far this is a decent update.
I am pleasantly surprised, like, by the update. I think the game seems to run a little better as well, for the most part, which is good.
Fair.
Which is, you know, what we need at the end of the day, regardless. But overall, like, it's just like there's steps forward, but we will have to wait and see if there are steps back, I think, is the key for this one. But speaking of potential steps forward, though, the letter from the OPTC team. This letter was a juicer of a letter.
It was.
I kind of want to read it verbatim, but the first point they bring up is the damage cap, which I think is nuts, by the way, that they're calling this out. And then they kind of discuss the reasoning behind why the damage cap was introduced in the first place, which I don't know if I agree or disagree with, per se. But regarding the reason for the above change, so the idea is that they're going to change the damage cap over time and continually like update it, I think it is. Or like they're going to change the system to how damage is reduced when it comes to doing over 1 trillion. So right now, if you do over 1 trillion damage, any damage above the trillion threshold is reduced to 1 over 1,000th of that damage. So if you do 10 trillion, you get 1 trillion, and then you get 9 trillion divided by 1,000 added on to that bottom part, you know. But we've seen teams do 50, 100 trillion damage before, so it's very feasible to do those exorbitant numbers. But because it's divided so much, it's really hard to get above 2 to 3 trillion. I think you can do 2 trillion, but generally it's over 2 turns, you know, which is cool.
Or the Dory Broggy strat.
Or the Dory Broggy strat. Or like these days, a lot of times Super Boss, because, you know, they've allowed you to kind of do damage over 2 turns as well. They haven't really debuffed you on that second turn after you do damage.
If you delay them.
Yeah. But they seem to be changing the system in regards to the damage reduction over time. And their reasoning was, regarding the reason for the above change, removing the damage adjustment completely would result in unlimited damage output, and the difference between those who can deal a lot of damage and those who cannot would be too great. This would be detrimental to game balance, and so we have decided to implement a gradual damage reduction. Furthermore, we believe that the balance of the game should be such that players who invest time in powering up their characters should be able to deal high damage. Our goal is to adjust the game balance in a way that makes players want to power up their characters more. In addition, that also is just code for we want you to pull more on our banners. In addition to the update mentioned above, we plan to implement an easy to play minigame as well as other update content. We will officially introduce these changes through future letters from the OPTC and in-game announcements. We look forward to them. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with their reasoning, but at the same time, it's a weird. This is like a weird situation where like this change benefits the mid game player for once, which is kind of interesting. But I don't know. I don't like the idea of being like, we don't want people to deal unlimited damage just because it's unfair. It's like, well, like, people have been playing this game for fucking 15 years or however long, 11 years. Like, I think if you've invested that much time and money and resources and effort, you should be able to do as much damage as you bloody please as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird balance.
True. So the way that I think that the way that they're going to do it is it's going to be like an exponential reduction.
Yes.
So as soon as you pass the trillion, the damage is going to be reduced like little bit by little bit, and then once you get past a certain threshold, it's like boom, you hit like another brick wall.
Yeah.
I think that's how they're going to do it. They haven't mentioned when it's going to happen yet. Well, they said summer 2025 update, so that's pretty vague because, you know, it could be one of 3 months, but yeah, I think overall, I think this is, I mean, it's good that they're addressing it and that they're going to be changing it. So we are going to be able to go past 1 trillion now once this update comes in, which is good. And I do agree. I actually kind of agree with it because if you did completely remove it, I think if you have the ability to literally just do infinite damage, like that would, I think that is kind of like dumb in a way. Like I actually don't like that much, but I also I see both sides because on the other hand, if you have the ability to invest your characters, max them out, and have the ability to basically hit like max damage, I feel like you should be able to do that if you're going to be investing into that. So I don't know, it's tough. I feel like you do have to balance it in some way, and I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but at least it's something. Like we'll see what happens. And I will say, shout out to Stump, because Stump has been campaigning for this for the longest time. Essentially, every Kizuna that comes out, he always sends a message in that Discord. He's always like, oh, by the way, the damage cap is dog shit. Yeah. He literally says it like every single month, and I feel like it's finally finally coming in. So,
yeah, 100%. Yeah. I just hope that exponential doesn't cut you off at like 2 trillion. Like, it lets you like climb.
Oh, that would be so bad.
You know what I mean? Like, that's my concern. Is like, oh, we've upped it. It's now 2 trillion, guys. Like, oh, fucking who cares, man? Just let us fly. You know, let us do at least like. I think, like, I've always said, like, changing it from 1 to 10 would be fine for now, and then slowly, incrementally changing that. Like, doing 10 trillion would be fucking incredible.
Or, also, like, what if they did it where, like, there's, like, a system where, let's say you hit the 1 trillion damage mark, and then it caps you, but then you get, like, a counter put on your account. And then the next time you do it, you can do 2 trillion, and then you get another counter. And every counter you have increases the amount of damage you can do. So you can actually hit that threshold, but your damage will increase every single time you run it. They either do that, or depending on how many people jump in on a boss at once, maybe then, I don't know, that kind of is redundant, but they gotta do something.
That's not a bad idea, though. I think, like, because that kind of, like, it kind of is, like, shitty for people that don't have, like, good alliances, I suppose. But, like, if the whole idea of Super Boss Kazuna, because that's the damage game mode anyway, like the whole point of that mode is to do a crap ton of damage. So getting people involved and being like, okay, if we have 6 people join the alliance, we go up like 6 thresholds. We can now do like individually, you can have like 50 trillion damage per person or whatever. Like that'd be a cool idea. I like that idea for sure. I just think that it's a great step, but again, I think like, as Treasure Cruise does in nature, it's a lot of wait and see. And I just really hope that whatever they mean by summer 2025 update, it comes sooner rather than later. Because I think this would have been fantastic for anniversary Kizuna to kind of showcase that for the very first one, for sure.
Yeah.
Other future plan updates. Hey, guess what, everyone? More TM revisions. Fucking hell, man.
Bruh. I can't believe
Let's
that
go.
they're gonna be changing TM again in some way when Kizuna is literally sitting there. They need to do something with Kizuna, but yet again, TM receives buffs.
I think
It's crazy.
Let's go.
Kazuna literally, like, I think it's because Kazuna makes no fucking money at all. You don't need the boosters in Kazuna, period. Like, at all.
That's true.
Whereas in TM, not having the boosters is, like, again, you don't need them, but it is so much more detrimental to not have the boosters in in TM, as opposed to Kazuna, which I think is kind of an interesting point. But to make it easier for players to aim for higher league positions, we plan to improve the play environment by easing some of the difficulty levels and expanding autoplay. Based on user feedback regarding a shortage of limit break materials, we're considering introducing a system for exchanging these materials. I've been campaigning for this shit for so fucking long, man. 5 years plus, and they're finally considering it. We're continuing to look into ways to make playing TM more enjoyable. I think it's cool. Like, making autoplay a bit better, I think that's fine. That's cool. Hopefully that means the expedition mode improves. I think it's the expedition
when they say
mode,
order, there's that could mean so many things, because that could mean like when you tap order when you play the game. It could also mean the expedition mode, but I would love it if there's like an ability to just straight up just skip mini bosses altogether.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's an interesting take for like TM, right? Because when you're not wasting time clearing mini bosses, your stamina will deplete faster, meaning you still have to spend gems to refill it. So I don't think it's that bad of a downside to just have the ability to say, you can skip this boss and like none of your team multipliers are added, which is not going to be a problem anyway, because everyone just runs speed teams, which have less points anyway.
Yep.
So let's say like, skip these bosses, don't get any points, but then you can just challenge the final boss straight away. Yep. I would be all for that. That would make the TM grind so much easier.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I've also always said, like, the expedition mode should scale with your nav level. So it should be the base value multiplied by the nav level is how much you should get. So for those that like do like 30 navs or whatever, and then you can hop in the expedition mode, you're now at least in that whatever, I think it's like a 10-hour block, or it's 5 hours for a stand bar. You can at least maybe earn like a couple 100,000 points as opposed to like 60. So I think that
expedition as it is now is terrible.
So especially because you go to sleep, set expedition, you can wake up. I've earned 500,000 points. Like, sick.
Yep.
For example, somebody who's at work for the day, like me, for example, who can't play TM, I'll set expedition mode. Sick. I leave work. I just earn another 1,000,000 points. Like, at least there's like progression to that sense, which would be really cool. The other part is the limit break exchange thing. I think that has been needed since day dot, but alas, here we are. They're gonna fuck it. I already know they are. They're gonna make it so expensive. But the reality should be that the ratios should align to the ratios for limit break expansion. So I think it's
I agree.
It's 400 shards, 150 medium crystals, and 18 orbs. That should be your ratio of breakdown. So 18 orbs should equate to 400 shards. If they do that, we're eating good. I think that's a fantastic change, without a shadow of a doubt.
So good. That'd be amazing.
I doubt it's gonna happen.
I'm not expecting them to do it.
No, I reckon there's gonna be some dumb shit we have to pay fucking TM tickets to do it as well. That's my guess as well.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
That's my guess as well. Regarding crew edit, we're discussing the implementation of a new feature aimed at users who are unfamiliar with crew editing, as well as those who are new to the game. We are currently making adjustments, and we hope that users who have found crew editing challenging will be able to take full advantage of this feature. I don't even know what that means. Maybe like an auto create team similar to the Rumble stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
It's too hard. That's too hard to do.
Unless if there's a way that they can like check your character box and then reference it with the gimmicks that you're about to take on, and like, oh, these characters help you with this part of the quest. Maybe you should build a team with these units or whatever.
It's so hard though, because team building. Imagine team building for Superboss.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't even do it. I'm stupid as hell. Like the game ain't gonna be able to do this shit. But I mean, it'd be good. I appreciate the fact that they're still trying to do things for the new player base, but the reality is they need to actually bring in new players for these benefits to kind of to come to fruition too. So that's the other big point there. A few other things regarding batch power-up of characters. We are considering introducing a feature that allows users to power up characters in batches for processes such as leveling up and unlocking abilities. Our plan is to enhance the user experience when powering up characters, since there is a wide range of power-ups and new characters require significant time to power up. Fair enough. That'd be good.
Yeah, it takes ages to level up units and power them up after like a big Sugafest haul, so this needs a bit of a change for sure.
Auto power-up is cool, because it kind of feeds the dupes, and you kind of know like when there's nothing else, that can be fed, you can just go and sell the characters or keep them or whatever have you, which is great. But hopefully this means that I can click on a character, select that I want to power them up to 150, and then it will go through like my materials to get that character to 150. Hopefully that's kind of the approach it takes, as opposed to anything else. That'd be nice. Or like in the sense of like, I just want to power up this potential ability to level 5, go use my tablets to do that as well. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool too. Regarding Chopper Man missions, claiming rewards can take a considerable amount of time when multiple missions are cleared at once, so you plan to enhance the claim system by allowing the rewards for some missions to be claimed in batches. Wow.
Could not be me.
Shout out the fucking Android backspace, man. Fucking legendary.
That's
button.
the way to go.
About time, honestly. Like, this is so bizarre that they have not put thought into this until now. Especially given, like, Blitz Battle's like the worst culprit. When you do the first run, there's like 45 missions that you've just claimed, and you sat there like. Yep. Anyone that isn't on an Android device has sat there pressing OK like at least 100 times. It takes 20 minutes. So I'm glad that this is being considered, which is really good. So that's a positive. And then finally, we're also planning to implement various improvements and additional features based on user feedback and requests. These are to improve improvements that will make the game easier to play, as well as enhancements and additions to various events beyond the above-mentioned treasure map changes. We will share more information as we do. We continue blah, 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 blah. It's a great team letter, as usual. The team letters are generally quite good. This one is very good because it has a lot of call-outs, which I think is very positive. I think the more positive aspect of this team letter for me was that there was reasoning behind the decisions that they're making. I think that's really important. That we don't often get the inside baseball perspective of things.
Right.
And I think it's nice that they're like saying, we're going to do changes to the damage cap, and here's the reason why we had the damage cap, and here's why we're changing, or we're considering X, Y, Z. I think that's a really positive perspective to have. But hopefully these changes are good and, come sooner rather than later. So I think we do need to continue iterating on Treasure Cruise if we want it to actually survive as a gacha game.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Cool stuff.
Last thing, I don't know if we'll speed run. We'll have them in the same section, but we can speed run Kuma and Vegapunk real quick.
Oh yes,
go for it, Todd.
So Vegapunk is the one that I like the most, actually, out of the two. Okay. He's the one like when I first saw it and I saw Kuma and Vegapunk, I thought that Kuma was going to be the one that I was like most excited for, but Kuma's actually kind of boring, actually. He doesn't do a whole lot. So with him, he actually doesn't have a premier potential ability, so you don't really need dupes for him at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. With him, he does have this ability in his special, reduce cruise blowaway duration by 4 turns, which is a little redundant because there's not too many situations where you're inflicted by blowaway for that amount of time where that's actually useful. So I don't like that at all. He gives you % damage reduction based attack boost, but doesn't have an ability to give you damage reduction. So again, he needs someone else to make him work. And then he does have the potential to give you a really good chain boost. So his special really doesn't do a whole lot. It does remove or give you -1 turn of cooldown and reduce switch effect by 3
turns is fucking crazy.
That is crazy. I don't remember. I think they did it in like one of the more recent Super Boss Kizunas, didn't they? Where they reversed the switch gauge.
Yes.
So that could be a thing where this character is like literally useful for that one thing.
That one new Kizuna gimmick.
Yeah, that one random new gimmick, but I don't see him being that useful. The special is not that great. The captain ability is interesting. It does have paralysis removal, which is kind of neat. But you need to build Cerebral Powerhouse with 4 or more Egghead to actually get decent attack out of him.
Yeah.
And then if you have 5 or more Egghead units, you get the Despair reduction as well, which could be pretty neat. The super class ability is pretty solid, giving you a 3-turn orb boost. Support effect is pretty solid, attaching to only Bonney, and if you activate the special of Bonney, you get a chain boost by 0.7 and 2-turn despair removal.
It's fucked up.
So pretty good. Pretty good.
I think we're gonna get an anniversary Bonney. I think we're getting a...
See, I was thinking that, and I even made a dedicated video for Bonney, but we did also just get Sabo Bonney. So
yeah, we're getting AK Bonney. We're getting a fucking AK Bonney, man. 100%.
It's I'd say it's likely. There is a potential for it to happen for sure.
Absolutely.
And in Rumble he's interesting as well, giving you he's like more of a defensive style unit. He has like the provoking counter scenario.
Yeah.
He has the ability to force out characters very similar to Esper. And then the Rumble ability providing good defensive mechanics as well. So Kuma side of things, he's like he's not wowing me. He's just kind of there, honestly.
He is super
special. Cool as fuck artwork though.
I mean, the artwork's fucking tough. It's cool as shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's alright. Like, whatever. Like, it's the pre-Anni bait. Like, I think this banner will probably go over anniversary anyway. So for whatever,
it'll be until the end of May.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, if we need like these characters, they become like really important. You can always pull an anniversary, then go back and pull on these banners anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, like I think what we mentioned before, his kind of captain ability has those little, and I mean obviously he's special as well, have those little like extra benefits that get added based upon how many units of certain tags you have as well. So like, it will kind of start with this. I think this is the theme they're going to take going forward, where you have your base buffs and specials and captain abilities and all that kind of stuff, and you have your additional benefits based upon certain tags and such as well. Pretty cool unit. And then Vegapunk, his art is also cool, guy, man. Cool as fuck. I love his art so much, man. His art is cool as fuck. Yeah,
he's a goofy little man. The cool thing about Vegapunk is that he has a pretty crazy damage potential with his captain ability. So he gives Cerebral Free Spirit Powerhouse a 5.5 attack boost. But if you have 4 or more Scientist tag characters on the team, then Cerebral gets a further 1.2. So that means if you run him with those Scientists, he actually gives a 6.6 times captain to Cerebral.
Damn, what the fuck?
This man, he hits so goddamn hard.
What the hell?
And then if you've got 5 or more Egghead characters, you get 2 turns of bind removal. The utility is not really there. He does have the similar effect of versus Luffy and Kaido, where if you activate a special to remove Rainbow Shield or Threshold, you add 1 additional turn to it as a captain. So, that could be useful. If you're in double Vegapunk, that's 2-turn additional removal. So that could be where that's kind of good. And then the special ability is actually kind of solid too. You get really good attack down removal. You get a conditional boost. He doesn't proc the condition, so you need another unit to make him work. But if you're running a full team of Vegapunks, you could probably make that work. And then if you have 4 more Scientist, Egghead, or Vegapunks, you get a really good 3.5 times attack boost for 3 turns to Cerebral Free Spirit and Powerhouse. And then if you have a Seraphim or Vegapunk on the crew, two or more Vegapunks, then you get Final Tap bonus, which is interesting because this character actually has a good Final Tap. This Final Tap is correct.
Yeah.
1.1 times damage dealt of Cerebral characters. So it's literally almost the same level as the Straw Hats. I believe the Straw Hats were 1.2.
Yes.
So this is almost the same, but it's only for Cerebral characters. But again, if you're running a full team of Vegapunks, which you kind of want to do with this guy, then you're going to have a full team of Cerebral pretty much anyway. So great Final Tap with him. He also has a good super class as well, which can get a full board of tandem slots, and then also gives territory for Cerebral with his super class ability as well. He just does a ton of damage, not a lot of utility. He has some, but this guy is like really offensively focused. So there is a potential for him to maybe be used in the future for a Super Boss Kizuna, as long as they bring out good Scientist units to actually synergize with him.
I agree. I just looked at Lilith. That Lilith was 1x to Cerebral, so he adds that extra 10% more, which is kind of fucking crazy, which is kind of nuts.
Because if we're talking like billions upon billions of damage, like an extra 10% actually means a lot.
Oh, that's absolutely, it's nuts. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then what? That would also go through resilience as well. Yada yada yada. Like, you know, we're cooking with gas. Yeah. Wow. Great unit. Genuinely like a great unit. I don't know about Rumble. Yeah. Healing, recovery up, special run reduction, defense down. Like, he's a bit of a utility kind of Andy, but you know, I think Vegapunk's gonna be one of those characters that like, you pull. Like, Anniversary will be built around him, and obviously in Kuma. Mike. I mean, we can probably get into Anniversary predictions like after this, but I'm pleased with both of them. I think they're pretty cool end of month legends. I think Vegapunk has crazy potential though. Like crazy potential, which is nuts, which is pretty cool.
Super strong unit.
Very cool. All right, I guess we've been on Treasure Cruise for an hour now, which is nuts. But I guess
it's been a lot.
I think the next episode we record will be, I think, just before like Anniversary itself. So we will have had like the unit released by then. Is my assumption. Like probably like the 10th or the 11th we'll record, 9th or 10th for you guys. I think it is. So probably we'll have had units release. So I guess we can go around the grounds. We can give our 11th Anni predictions, and we'll do that same kind of game thing we did last time where we'll see who gets the closest. So I'll get a quick little notepad up. So I don't know, Knight, what do you think? What are the questions we'll ask? We'll go like how many legends? What are the characters? I guess how many legends and what are the characters, I suppose. Okay.
I think there's probably 4. No, I think it's like 5.
Damn!
Oh, damn.
What was it, 5 last time or 4?
Last year was 4, and the year before that I think was the last few years it's been 4.
Yeah, it's usually like 4, one Anni exclusive. I guess we can do that. Like what characters are Anni exclusives or whatever it is. Like you can kind of give those descriptions, but like yeah. So you think 5 legends? What characters?
Yeah,
and
I think one.
What breakdown?
Yeah, I think the 5th one probably like a waifu unit or something like that.
Yeah, nice,
something along those lines. Yeah, but I'd say the other 4 like Luffy, Kizaru, Zoro, Lucci. Those are probably my guesses. Like they'll try and like save them.
That's nuts though, because like we've just got a fuck ton of those units, but I believe that that's going to be the case as well though. I feel that too. I don't know if Flame, you here, bud? Respect. Todd, what do you think?
I'm here.
Oh, he's here.
He's here.
Flame, hello, mate. How many legends do you think will be for 11th Anni, and then what kinds of characters do you think they are?
How much did we have last year for 10th?
I think 4, I think it was.
Alright, so I'll say 6.
Damn!
Oh no.
Oh shit. Okay, 6 legends. And what's the breakdown?
I think I'll say, like you said earlier, I think we'll get some type of Egghead Bonney legend.
Yep.
I think a new standalone Egghead Kizaru would be nice. I don't know if they have that right now.
Nope.
So that would be nice. Not Luffy, of course. So not Luffy.
Never. It's tough because like
maybe like do they have like a Sensamaru legend?
We did get one.
PvP
one. I just got one.
Yeah.
That's never stopped them though. That's never stopped Treasure Cruise.
True.
Another Lucci legend, LOL.
Oh, okay. I'm putting that down for you. So you have Bonney, Kizaru, Lucci, 3 more.
Do they have like a group Seraphim legend? Like
that was one I was about to say.
Yeah, they have a group Seraphim rare recruit, but not a legend.
Yeah, not like just hey, we're chilling in the background, like actually a part of the unit.
Okay, so group Seraphim, yep.
Yeah, because that's they're pulling up right now.
So you got 4, 2 more.
It's tough, actually.
Zoro versus Lucci, imagine.
Okay. We got, maybe I'll give you some time to think. Todd, what are you while Flame's getting those last two, what's the vibe? How many legends and what chars?
I think we'll get a Luffy Gear 5, and it's gonna be like Giant Form Gear 5 would be my guess.
Yep.
I think we'll get Borsalino. I think I don't know where you're gonna put this on there, but I think we're gonna get a 6+ for the Straw Hat crew. That's my assumption.
Yep, that's fine.
I think a group Seraphim Legend is possible for sure. I do feel like they're gonna subvert our expectations in some capacity. I'm not expecting spoiler character to drop quite yet.
Yep.
I feel like that might be One Piece Day, maybe even a little bit later than that. Maybe the September-ish Legend.
I feel that. Yep.
And what could they do? What could they do?
If...
I feel like it's got to be Egghead focused because that's what the whole anniversary is going to be about. I feel like maybe a solo legend or Zoro versus Lucci, one of those two. I feel like we will get a Zoro because of the previous month's representation.
Yep.
With Alba, Mihawk, and Daz.
So we're Zoro, yep.
Then I feel like there's going to be something crazy, like a weird anniversary character that we just kind of didn't expect. Maybe Dragon when he met Vegapunk.
Dragon? Oh shit! Okay, let's go.
That's my left field weird pick.
Okay, so for Night we have 5 legends, and then the characters on some kind of waifu unit: Luffy, Kizaru, Zoro, Lucci. Any of those anniversary exclusives, Night, like the waifu unit probably will be Anni exclusive.
Yeah, that's the Anni exclusive.
Okay, and then the rest of them obviously Super Suga Fest. Or unless you don't think some of them will be Super Suga Fest. That's fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, cool. And then for Flame we have 6 legends. Fucking hell. Bonney, Kizaru, Lucci, and then Group Seraphims. That's 4.
My last legend is a random anniversary exclusive Egghead waifu badge.
Egghead waifu exclusive is fucked. And then you have one more. So that's 5 total.
I'll just leave it like that.
So I'll go 5 total, okay. And then Todd, we had, I guess, Luffy Giant Form was 1, Kizaru 2, Group Seraphim 3, some sort of like Zoro/Zoro Kaki unit is 4, and then Dragon being the Anni exclusive is 5. Exclusive. So 5 legends, and then a 6+ Straw Hat unit.
Yep.
And then for me, I think it also will be, you know, I'm gonna. Do I want to? No, I think 5 legends as well. I think it's kind of we're there now. Like I think it's gonna be 5 legends as well. I think it's gonna be a. So I'm looking at like the One Piece magazine stuff because that's generally what we've got a lot of the Anni exclusives from. And I mean, like that's where we got like Sabo Ace came from that. The Yamato came from that. The Ace himself came from that. I don't know, man. I reckon we're getting. I reckon Bonney. I think it's gonna be some sort of like Egghead Bonney Anni exclusive. For sure. I think we're getting Goggles Luffy.
Okay.
As the 6-star. I reckon they're gonna do some shenanigans where they're gonna give him like the Gear 5 treatment, where he gets like a 6+ and it's like giant form or some shit. What else do I think? I think Kizaru gets 1. That's 3. Who else? I don't know, man. What the fuck's happening on Egghead these days? A whole lot of nothing. I like the idea of Group Seraphim. I think that's kind of dope. And one more.
Yeah, it's tough because like there's a pretty finite amount of characters that are like anniversary worthy. I feel.
Yes, absolutely. I think we're getting some sort of Straw Hat like unit. I don't know. I think we've had all the legend, all Egghead characters have legends now. I think as well. So it's a toughie, man. I don't know. What if I type egghead One Piece? What's going on?
Let's get a Luffy.
Why didn't you look at the tags?
Oh shit! Okay, let him know, dude.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I could see. You know what, man? Get some dumb shit. Like they might even bring in like a Stussy, man. I don't know, some sort of Stussy related kind of unit.
Let's get a group CP0. Let's go.
Oh,
Maybe.
Not a bad shout, dude. You know what? I'm gonna run it. Why not? Because, like, you never know, right?
Sushi versus Lucci, imagine.
Cold. Okay, I'll refine this. I'll refine this before I tweet it out. But we have our predictions. We'll tweet them out. I think we're gonna get a lot of ticks for sure. Unless they do some crazy ass left field stuff. So
they gotta just drop 3 Luccis: standalone Lucci, Zoro versus Lucci, Sushi versus Lucci, and then the CP0 match.
They're gonna have Kizaru versus Luffy, Zoro versus Lucci is the 2 legends. There you go. Perfect.
Well, then again, now that I'm thinking about it, we gotta remember that the Egghead arc has actually featured a lot of interesting things. They could potentially go down the route of a new upgraded version of Galaxy Impact Garp. Like that, it doesn't have to be specifically on Egghead.
Good point. That's
because
fair
Galaxy
game.
Impact Garp still has the Egghead tag. It could be another Shanks Kid unit or like along those lines. Like it could be a Blackbeard. It could be something crazy like that.
Did they drop the Divine Departure Shanks?
Yeah. We got that late last year, and that unit's really good in Super Boss Kizuna, but Kid is kind of slept on. Really, he's not like that great, but the Shanks is like pretty solid.
It's kind of shit. Let's be honest with us.
He's only good in Super Boss Kizuna. He's basically terrible everywhere else.
What are all like the Vegapunk models called? They're called Stellas. What the hell are they called again?
Yeah, the Stellas.
Stella.
They could do a group Stella unit. I think we've had that. Like we have them all as individuals and like dual units and shit. But group Stella could also be very possible as well.
What if we get oh my god, what the fuck is his name? Who is the God Knight guy?
We're not getting Garling. We're not fucking getting.
Yeah.
We're not getting. We are no.
Fingerland Garling.
We're not getting fucking Garling, mate.
Let's go.
You're smoking.
Imagine we get Garling before Dragon. That's
You're
crazy.
smoking crack. You're fucking on one, dude. Oh, if we get Garling, oh my days, that'd be fucking. If we get Garling, I'm ending the podcast. We're never doing another episode again. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Hey man, that one flash.
That one flashback. Okay. Okay. Cool. Honestly, we could even. We haven't had Kuma backstory yet, haven't we?
No.
Ah, I see. There's a couple characters in there that could be very interesting. Very, very interesting as well. Okay, cool. Let's run it. Very cool. That's Treasure Cruise stuff. Surprisingly, lot of material to go through there. So, as we said before, next episode will, in theory, be around just before anniversary, I think it is, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of get a bit of excitement into that, and we kind of go from there. But we'll definitely have character information by that time, or at least we hope. If we don't, you never know, right? But that's it. From there though, couple off-topic eps. Flame, were you successful in pre-ordering a Nintendo Switch 2, mate?
Yes.
Oh my god, how?
That shit was a fucking nightmare. Oh my god.
How'd it go, man?
JP.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
You got a Japanese one?
All right, guys, we're wrapping it up now. So the way that they initially announced it, it was weird. So, well, as we talked about like last week, pre-orders got pushed back.
Yeah.
Then we talked about this last week, but I found out like during the off days that it was just like IGN lying. They said that the pre-order date was going to be May 8th for everywhere, but that's actually only for the Nintendo like online store. The pre-orders for all the other retailers was actually on I forgot what day it was a couple days ago. I think the 24th. So they released it at 12 a.m. on Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop. So I had like all the tabs open, throughout the day, had the pages ready, whatever. Best Buy just literally did not drop it till like almost 12:30. Like they just didn't post it.
Sick.
Walmart was the only one that actually put up a queue. So Walmart, luckily I refreshed the page around like 11:57 and it put me in a queue. It said like 15-20 minutes. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I left that one up. GameStop was a little sus, so I'm like, I'm getting off here. And Target, I actually got the Switch in my cart, but it was doing the bullshit where like it just wasn't letting me check out. But yeah, after the Walmart queue, like time, like the little countdown it gave me, after it went through, it let me buy it, no problem. I bought it in like one shot. So yeah, so I got the Switch. I got the Switch 2 bundle with comes with Mario Kart, so save some money on that.
Very cool.
Since that's like the only game coming out with it. And I got a Pro controller.
Nice.
What I do want to get, it hasn't released yet. They're gonna release it, I think, on the 8th. It's only on the Nintendo store as of right now. I want to get the GameCube controller.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get that, and then a little closer to the day, I'm gonna see if I can buy the Nintendo exclusive SD card bullshit.
No, don't do that.
Oh no!
Don't do that.
Well, no, I want it because the Switch comes with like shitty storage.
Man,
this is true.
Just wait like 2 weeks, bro. Someone's gonna make some fucking SD card for $20. That's gonna work, man.
Well, I'm actually waiting for like a bigger storage one because I think the one that they were offering, which is sold out now, is only like 250 gigs.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be like a better one.
Well, those Switch games are like smaller in size for sure, but yeah, 250 gigs will be eaten up pretty quick.
Yeah, especially if I transfer like a bunch of my stuff that I already have. I'm sure they'll let you do that. So yeah, I'm pretty successful there. It says that it's supposed to be delivered on the day of release. We'll see about that.
Yeah, doubt it.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit with the doubt right now.
Went pretty well for me.
Love it.
I remember when the PS5 came out, and the day that I was gonna get my delivery in, I got a note from one of my family members said that I had to go pick them up from somewhere, and it was literally like my PS5 was gonna get delivered within like the next half hour or so. I'm like, oh shit, I need to leave quickly to make sure like I actually am here to pick it up, because number one, I don't want them to say, oh, undelivered. I actually wanted it on the day, and number two, even if they do deliver it, I don't want it to just sit at my front doorstep, just sitting there.
Absolutely not.
And then I had to go, and I quickly came back. I was literally like speeding through trying to get home, and then I arrived back, and it was sitting at the front doorstep. So
yeah,
it ended up being man, it's crazy.
This is the first time I got a console day one that I didn't pick up in the store. Like I've never had it delivered to my house, so kind of.
Did any of you guys ever go to like midnight releases for games or consoles?
Yeah,
for games, yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah, that shit was so sick back in the day.
The last like early release, it wasn't midnight, but the last like early release I went to was for the PS5. We got to Best Buy like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think
that was
the last one. The last one for me was a Pokemon game.
Yeah, I think it was me too.
Let's go.
I think it might have been Sun and Moon.
Let's go.
Yeah, me and Dylan and that went down to our local EB Games to pick it up on midnight.
Have fun back.
Yeah, I did for Elden Ring.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh shit. That's a one.
I think it was so funny. I saw like a donkey video on like no one's gonna buy the Switch 2. Like it's like one of those meme videos where it's like everyone. It's so funny. Everyone's like complaining like, oh, no one's gonna buy the Switch 2, man, because it's too expensive on pre-order. Everyone fucking bought it on pre-order, man. Nintendo has the whole fucking world in the palm of their hand. It's so fucked, dude.
It's just the FOMO. Everyone wanted it.
It's such crazy
Yeah,
FOMO, man.
I saw people were saying like, "Oh, it's gonna be like similar to the Wii U." I was like,
No, it's fucking not.
You would think that Nintendo learned from that one.
No, it's not. Mario Kart World Tour is gonna sell like 1,000,000,000 copies. It's such an accessible game. Like it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Cool. Is anyone else gonna potentially pre-order?
I may, but not quite yet. Maybe a little bit later on down the road.
Night thoughts?
No, not now. I think I might wait, see
Yeah.
if they do like another like Switch 2 like right before, like how they did with the other Switch, where it's like they had like the base Switch and then they had like the updated one.
I think I'm gonna wait.
I don't know.
I'm gonna wait and see if they do some sort of like trade in your Switch 1 for a Switch 2 discounted kind of thing, and then go from there.
I think I
that's
saw
what-
they have some.
Okay, interesting.
That's what I did with the original Switch. They allowed you to trade your Wii U in towards the Switch. The only thing though is, I wonder how you're gonna be able to like transfer your shit first.
Yeah, good point.
Because like I don't want to like be like, oh, let me just sell my Switch towards it, and then it's like, where's all my games?
Yeah, good point. Very, very good point.
If they end up doing like a Pokemon bundle when the new Pokemon game comes out, I might do it then. But
Yeah,
that's
that's what I was
actually
thinking,
that's a good
yeah.
idea. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea too. I
Mhm.
like it. Yep. Cool. All right. Random thing. Oblivion got a remaster. That was weird.
Yeah,
What
that
the hell
was
did that
super
happen?
crazy. So over like the last like week, 2 weeks, like a bunch of Oblivion leaks just started coming out, like cover art, images, literal like pre-orders slash DLCs like armor and stuff like that. And it was crazy. And then people just started saying like, "Oh, it's gonna come out in like 2 days. It's gonna come out in like a week." And there was like all like credible sources, so it was like super weird.
did you see
And
someone messaging like Xbox support about it?
no, I didn't see
There was
that.
like so some guy was like saying like, oh, like he was messaging Xbox support and saying like, oh, is there an Oblivion remaster like coming out or whatever? And like the Xbox support team said, yeah, it's gonna be coming out April 23rd, 21st, whatever it is, blah blah blah. You can pre-order it or have it first day on Game Pass. Like Xbox support
What?
literally like leaked it out. It was the weirdest shit. Yeah, so weird.
That's super crazy.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
So yeah, so anyway, the day of it came, and nothing happened, and then out of nowhere, Bethesda just randomly announced a live stream for the following day, announcing everything. Then they dropped the stream, they showed everything, and they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's out right now," which that was crazy. It was $50. It's on Game Pass though, so if you have Game Pass on PC or Xbox, you could play it. It's honestly, I didn't play too much of it just because like a bunch of things came out, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit. It's more of like a remake than a remaster. I feel like they actually updated
They
like,
overhauled
a
a
lot
lot,
of
right?
shit. Yeah, they overhauled it a lot. So it's the rare W remaster, I guess.
That's pretty
it also
sick.
comes it also comes with all the DLC as well, which is really nice. I heard that they kept some of like the ticks of the original, so I guess that's to appease some of the older peeps. But yeah, it was really crazy. Maybe I'm not sure, but maybe by the next episode, I might have more to say about it since I didn't really play it yet. But yeah, that was super crazy that they've been working on that, not the Elder Scrolls 6. But yeah,
Damn, when are we gonna
They
find
did
out
have
Elder Scrolls
they had
6?
it. They had a secondary studio help them on their remake for Oblivion. So
Oh, okay.
it wasn't just Bethesda doing it. They had like a team in France. I don't remember the name of the company, but they helped them develop it. So it wasn't like Bethesda was using all their resources just on that. So I assume they're still definitely working on it in the background for sure. But I mean, how long has it been since they announced Elder Scrolls 6? It's been like quite a few years, right?
I think they announced it in 2019.
That's
No,
crazy.
they surely not.
I swear, it's been
It
a
has
while.
not been 6 years, dude.
No,
Holy
I'm so
shit,
serious.
man! Holy shit, that's so long.
Elder. I'll tell you right now. You ready for this?
Oh god.
Elder Scrolls 6 announcement trailer. June 10th. Guess what year?
Ain't no way it's 2019, man.
2017.
2018.
Oh
This shit
my
can't.
I was gonna
god.
say that.
They announced this shit before the PS5 came out.
That's fucking crazy. That's criminal.
I mean, but then again, then you got like GTA 6, right?
Oh yeah, keep doing it that way. See,
Oh my god!
GTA 5's
I
on the Xbox Game Pass. It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
In June of this year, it's gonna be 7 years. They announced that.
That's too much, man. That's so long. That's way
They haven't
too
even shown
long.
any. They haven't even said anything.
That's what I mean. Like, it's been 6 years, brother. What the hell? Oh
Show
my
us a
god.
screenshot.
Yeah,
Jesus.
show us a video. Show us something, man. Show us some code, man. I don't know. Do something. Fucking hell. You're weirdos. Cool. I don't know. Do you want to get into Dokkan?
I mean, it's not really a lot to talk about, but yeah, Dokkan. I don't think the units came out yet. I think they're coming out like pretty soon. Dokkan's having its Golden Week celebration, like this coming week,
Yep.
and they dropped a new. They're dropping a new Kaioken Goku and a hit. The hit's actually pretty good. The Kaioken Goku is really, really, really weird.
Okay.
He's supposed to be like a unit that does like a crazy amount of damage and be able to give you a guaranteed dodge, and he has a revive. His kit's basically built to like go all out and then die, but then the revive will bring you back. But the problem with the unit is he, number one, does very terrible damage in 2025 Dokkan standards. So, which leads to the other problem that when you attack, I believe your team takes damage, which that's normally not good. You know,
Yeah.
in Dokkan, you don't really want to be taking damage. So you're you're killing your team, you're barely hurting the boss, and then the boss just like kills him.
Sick.
So it's a really odd unit. The the hit and like Kaioken Gokus have always been kind of weird in Dokkan. They've always like been a little weird with them. I gotta look a little bit more into the hit, but from what I read, I think he's a lot better. I'm not sure if you read about them, Todd.
I did not. I just saw that they came I saw that they announced them, but I actually haven't like read what their abilities are. I did hear that Kaioken Goku was all about like he takes damage, and I know that some of the other ones in the past have done that, but like, yeah, it just seems like they don't really know how to design them very well. It seems like.
Yeah, and there's also I forgot what there's like a banner unit. I think I heard the banner unit's like really bad too. So
Oh no.
yeah, not a great Golden Week. I'm not really sure why they're skipping the Diamond units.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Dokkan's in that weird after Annie phase right now, and I think they had a Cell that came out too, and he's like really weird too. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's
And
going
they
on.
had that Pycon come out recently too, right?
I think I haven't really been playing Dokkan too much, but I think that Pycon is actually pretty good.
Okay,
So,
that's cool then.
yeah, the only thing it's like it's not like confirmed yet, but they were saying like, oh, we might get like a yellow coin Kefla. That would be pretty cool. But I'm saving my stones for Daima Goku whenever he comes out.
Okay.
But yeah, that's really all for Dokkan.
And then I guess last two things here before we enter the game corner. I don't know what this is. Clair, Obscur, Expedition 33. What the fuck did I just read out loud? What's going on there?
I forgot exactly when they announced that game. It was at like the Game Awards or Summer Game Fest, whatever it
Yeah, I think it
was.
was at Game Awards. Yeah.
They showed it's like it's an RPG. It's not a JRPG. It's like a I'm not sure like if it's like American or whatever. But anyway, it's an RPG. I
Mm.
think the studio that made it, it's like 30 or 50 people. They said.
Damn. Okay.
When I watched the trailer, it actually looked really good. The graphics look great. It's turn based. I'm a turn based RPG fan. I know a lot of people like it, and like a lot of people don't like it turn based. So that was a plus for me. The combat looked very interesting. There's been like a lot of trailers since that release trailer, but I've tried not to watch too many of it. It came out on the 24th as well. Like a bunch of stuff happened on the 24th, and it has amazing, like a very positive and amazing like reactions / reviews from everybody.
Currently rated at 90 on Metascore.
Damn.
Oh, it went down. I think it was a 92 on Metacritic.
Oh, here we go.
But yeah,
It's
there's
rated,
what was that?
it's rated really high either way.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, it has very positive reviews. People are saying like it's the best game of the year. This
Damn.
and that. I've tried
500,000
not to.
copies sold.
Yeah, there's like 100,000 concurrent players on Steam.
Oh my god.
I tried not to really look too much into it. I've heard it has a very good prologue. So I'm not gonna really touch too much into it. But another thing that I found out, which I'm actually happy about, was I was planning on pre buying it,
Yeah.
but I when I downloaded my Game Pass subscription for Oblivion, I just checked and it's actually on there too. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
they're both,
I
yeah,
literally,
they're
while
both.
we were talking about it, I didn't actually know it was on Game Pass, and I literally just bought Game Pass to have this game.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yes.
gonna download it, and I'll play it between now and next podcast, most likely.
Yeah, so that I'm gonna play it after I finish
Oh yeah, there it
the
is.
Danganronpa game that I'm playing right now. So I'll most likely be done with this game by then, so I'll probably have some more stuff to say about it next week.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty hype.
Dope
Yeah.
as. Cool. And like this last thing, Steel Ball Run. Todd.
Yeah, so
Bruh.
JoJo Part 7 finally.
I can't wait. I think yeah, well, it's been a long time since I read Steel Ball Run. I think I might actually like reread it at some point if I get time to do it. Yeah, Steel Ball Run, man. Like the big thing about it is like literally like the final act of Part 7 is like batshit crazy. It's so good.
Has everyone here read it?
I haven't, but I don't intend to read it anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
I've read it.
Yeah, I was always like, when I read JoJo, I was always curious if they would ever animate Part 7 just because how Part 6 ends, like it just kind of like
Yeah,
resets
right.
everything. So that was always a big question for me. I kind of feel the same way like, as in Utah, but for me, like I'm not gonna spoil it, I guess, but in the end of Part 7, like the big reveal at the end of Part 7, that's like one of the craziest like page flips for me, like in
Yeah,
ever reading a
dude.
manga. So I I'm very excited to finally see that scene animated. That's probably gonna be like my top 5 for me. But yeah, Part
Yeah,
7 overall is really good. Like great side characters. It's not like some of the JoJo parts where there's like a lot of like BS like every like episode beat 'em up characters. Like it's actually a great story.
The question that I also have is, are they gonna do it in the same release that they did with Part 6, where they do like half the season, then we gotta wait like ages, and then we have
I
another
hope
don't-
not.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
was
if it's
so
on
bad.
Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix.
I think it might be. I haven't heard. I don't remember, but I heard something about it that it might be on Netflix again. I personally would just hope like weekly episodes would be fine with me, or they just hold on and just release it all at once would be what I would like. But weekly episodes would be perfect, I think.
Yeah, just do that.
It keeps the
or-
hype going for a longer period of time. Because if you dump it all at once, like people just like binge watch it and then like that's just kind of it. But if
Yeah,
you
it's
do like
over.
weekly episodes, it keeps it going. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
either you have the time to watch it or you have to watch it like a month later, and it's like fuck.
it doesn't have a
Well, that's like
date or anything, right? It's
nah, they
just
haven't announced anything
Uh,
yet.
okay.
It's like the One Piece Netflix series. Like they just dump all the episodes at once, and then I binge watched the fuck out of that when that dropped. I'm looking forward to season 2 of that.
Yep, absolutely.
That's gonna be good.
Cool. All right, boop into the game corner. What's everyone been playing? What's the current vibes out? I know Flame's finished Mass Effect. What's the final verdict on Mass Effect 3, Flame?
So I think last episode I spoke about it. I just beat Mass Effect 2. I started 3. As of today, I've beat 3. I loved it. It was an amazing trilogy. I know the ending was controversial for a lot of people, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I want to give it a 10, but I would probably give it like a 9.5 or a high 9 at least.
Damn.
Overall.
Damn.
Yeah, it was great. I definitely think something you should check out at some point in your life.
Do you think so? Like
For
the
real?
actual story was like really good, and the characters are really good, and all that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. The third, the series in general, yeah, it was really good. It kind of like progressively gets better. The third game, like there's like they're called priority missions. That's like the main missions, and then they have side missions. The story missions in part 3, like every single one of them was like so like unbelievable. Like they were like crazy, like from start to finish. Like they were super crazy. The It also had I think it was 3 DLCs. One of them was whatever. The other 2 were really really freaking good. Um the game actually also has multiple endings. I was I was happy with the ending I chose. And it's also kind of one of those things where it's like it literally like makes you pick at the ending. It's like a crazy
Oh,
ass like
okay.
decision. Like I literally had to like pause the game for like 15 minutes and think about what I wanted to do. Like so yeah, it was a very good experience. It
So
took
do
me
you
like
think that they could make it into? Do you ever think they'd ever make a movie series of it, or like a TV show of it? You think it would translate well?
I mean it's possible. The Mass Effect world is like massive. Like it's definitely something that they could do. Would they fuck it up? I'm sure they would.
Classic.
Well, now that also that I beat the game, I was finally able to watch the new Mass Effect trailer for the new game that's coming out that they dropped like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like another Elder Scrolls. Like they dropped the trailer and they never said anything about it. So yeah, I'll be there for that game day one when it comes out.
Nice.
And
Still have
the new
Andromeda.
game,
Yeah, you still have Andromeda,
fuck that.
man.
I saw
Hey,
I saw it's on Game Pass. I mean, I could try it, I guess.
You gotta play it.
Yeah.
No, it's part of it. You gotta play it.
The new game I'm playing, the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. It's basically I don't think it's made by the people that made Danganronpa, but they designed the characters, and it's basically just Danganronpa, but it's not a killing game. It's it has like a new concept. It's a tower defense game. It's like it's gameplay like style, but like visual novel / dialogue wise and characters. It's all like Danganronpa style type of game. So if I'm sure Knight would like it.
Here we go. Todd, what have you
Yeah,
been up
it's
to?
not. No.
Go.
Oh.
No, sorry.
Oh no, I was looking at the game, the 100 line defense. It's not was it not Square Enix, I forget the studio for Danganronpa, but it's all good.
Spike
I've just been
Chunsoft.
yeah, Spike Chunsoft. Yeah, it's not them. It's like 2Kyo Games and Media Vision.
Sick.
It's published by Aniplex.
Aniplex.
Which is interesting.
Aniplex.
Come on, mate. Sick.
I'm just playing SMT5 still.
Hey, how's that going?
It's been fun. I like it a lot. Like, I kind of got to a point where I just been like blitzing. Like, I'm not like over level, but I haven't really
Right.
died to anything really in a while. But then I finally died to like a boss twice the other day, and I was kind of happy about that. I was like, let's go.
Finally.
But
Some challenge.
yeah. But yeah, it's been really good so far. I like a lot of the designs for like the demons and stuff. They're all like super crazy, and I don't know, it's like really cool seeing like a lot of stuff that like I'm familiar with, and then like some stuff that I'm not like super familiar with, like a lot of um like Celtic mythology and stuff like that that I don't know too much about. So it's like cool, like reading up on like the little lore things that they have on some of the demons here and there. Yeah.
Love it. Very cool. Todd, what have you been up to, man? What have you been playing?
So Path of Exile, honestly, Carissa and I don't know if we're done with it per se, but we're just
Right.
waiting to see like some further patches and stuff. But like the difference between like this season and last season, they didn't really add too much. And like the game's still in early access, they're still working on things, but the things that they added in this latest patches, they really didn't add a lot of content, so it's more or less the same, just with like, you know, a new character class basically.
Right.
So we'll kind of, well, I wouldn't say we're done with it, but we're just like on the back burner for a while. But what happened is there's another game that's in the same category that as PoE that just came out called Last Epoch with like their new season.
Right, okay.
And a lot of the PoE content creators were like jumping on board with it to see how it was, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And now we've been playing that pretty much all week. So I think I've got already like 70 to 80 hours already in like in like the first week that it came out. And yeah, and Carissa's been playing it a bunch too. So yeah, we've been pretty heavily playing that. But now that I've pretty much reached the end game, pretty much like I've almost level 100. Like I've pretty much beaten most of the stuff in the game. So I think I'm probably on the end of that now. But now that I've got Game Pass, I am going to be playing probably Expedition 33. So I'll give that a go. And there's another game that I really want to try. It's Blueprints, which came out
Blueprints
recently.
is so fucking cool, man. It's such a cool
I only know
game.
the bare bones of it, but it looks kind of like a roguelike,
yes,
kind of like mystery game, detective kind of game. It seems kind of fun, so I'm gonna give that a go.
The TLDR of it is like you basically, I think it's like your uncle, your grandpa like left this mansion like with a bunch of like valuables in it, and it's up to you to like on his will, but the only way you're allowed to get it is if you like solve the puzzle of the mansion or whatever. And like the irony of it is like the final room is it's presented to you like on the map. Like you can see like, oh, there it is. There's the antechamber. That's what I have to get to. But getting there is like one challenge, but then like opening it is like the other part. And like there's so many layers deep of it as well, which is really cool. Like I've been watching Northern Line play it a bunch.
Oh, nice.
And it's just been like a really like wacky kind of like puzzle solving mystery. Like I would recommend you have like a notepad or like a like some sort of like notes tab open to take like notes and stuff while you play, because like a lot of things kind of come back up in future rooms that you learned from the past, that kind of stuff. Like, so it kind of iterates upon itself as you keep playing. You learn more and more, and it makes it easier to kind of traverse the mansion, I suppose. But it looks super fun.
I put it on my wish list. It's not on Game Pass, right?
I think it's on Game Pass. Yeah,
it is. I just looked it up.
Oh.
It is.
Actually, Game Pass is actually fucking broken, man. I saw.
It's only.
Oh my
God. It's only 4 GB.
Yeah, it's cool as shit.
Thank God.
I would Game Pass for the one time.
I know. I'm like looking at it now. Like I've never realized.
We are not sponsored.
I wish we fucking were, man. We talk about Game Pass every fucking week, man. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the game corner. Anything in the TCG realm that's been happening? Anything exciting?
Not much with One Piece. One Piece has been pretty stale at the moment, so
that's very cool.
Not much happening.
Yep.
I will post these pics because they finally came out. The Team Rocket set finally released in Japan.
Some of those
I don't
cards
know
look
if you've
so
seen these,
good.
Poppy, but these are some of the cards that are going to be in the English set.
Okay, why does that person cut their finger holding cards like that, man? That's my first question.
These cards are so sharp, man. They're spicy.
I don't know if I like it. The Mewtwo kind of looks kind of weird. Looks cool, but
Legit.
I
don't know.
really like I like the Nidoking. I think the
one
Nidoking
looks
looks
nice.
sick.
Crobat ones for me. That one goes hard.
Moltres goes kind of hard, but like
I mean, yeah, like these cards look sick, but I also really like the cards from like the previous set with like the Ho-Oh and Ethan, and then
Yes.
the Garchomps in there.
Yeah.
Like those look
Yes.
sick. I don't remember what else they revealed, but yeah, I like that. That Mewtwo Giovanni card is going to be money in the English
100%.
set.
It's worth so much fucking money.
Yeah.
It's worth
I think
so much money.
there's like over 10 Giovanni cards in the in
Oh
this
my
set or
God.
something. Like he's like everywhere.
Yeah, there's some other ones. There's like a Houndoom. But these four are the big hitters. I know that. And then the Ethan's Ho-Oh and Cynthia's Garchomp are the big ones for the other set. But yeah, that's all that's really happening in Pokemon. This set releases in English on May 30th.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh's, I don't think anything is happening until next month.
I saw that there was like
And-
I saw Rhymestar was at a sneak peek, so some new set dropped or something. I think I don't remember what it was though.
Well, the new English set's coming out in I think May 5th. So
Uh-huh.
I think next week. So, but I don't know if it's for that or a different
Yeah,
one. that
it
you went
probably
to.
is that. Yeah, sneak peeks are usually the week before.
Yeah. And then TCG Pocket is dropping another expansion. Sun and Moon era cards now.
I actually don't mind them dropping a new expansion around this time period because I feel like I really do not like this shiny set, to be honest. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it's whatever. We're actually getting an immersive trainer. We're getting Lily. I think they said there's going to be 2 immersive trainers. I don't know who
really?
the other one's going to be.
Interesting.
It's too many damn sets. I've had enough. They're releasing like fucking Treasure Cruise Legends, man. Fucking is too much. You can't keep up.
Every 5 days.
It's
My
insane.
My question is where the fuck is Gen 2 and 3? That's my
I keep dreaming, Bucko.
Bruh, give me a fucking like a Lugia, give me a Tyranitar, give me Kyogre
bro,
and Groudon,
fuck?
Rayquaza. Actually, we are getting a Rayquaza card.
We are, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see
that
for the Annie
that
for
card's
something
sick.
like that?
You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta pay for it though, but that card's sick.
That's promo card. You gotta pay for that shit,
Classic.
man. This guy was excited for
Yeah,
a second. He thought he was gonna get one.
Yeah, we went from the pro positive TCG Pocket podcast to the
I know, we were
negative
like,
Andy.
this is such a cool thing. Like, I'm so excited for it to be so fun to collect. And now it's like every month, it's like, here's another 100 cards. You're like, what the? Come on, man. Like, what are we doing, dude? Oh, it's so silly. But I mean, it's still fun to just, open 2 packs a day, collect it, thumbs up,
Yeah.
move on. Like, it's still fun in that sense, but I don't know. Kind of lame at the same
now
time.
the news update we've all been waiting for.
Digimon time! Yes, dude, let's go.
Chill out.
What's happening in
That's crazy.
Digimon World, man?
Well, I actually haven't been in a minute.
Oh,
So.
He's been on vacation. He's been on vacation. Let it slide.
I was on my old trip. And
Man,
it was
when-
Easter, man.
No, he got sent on vacation. That's what happened.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He got asked to take some time off. He was like, you gotta cool down, buddy. Now he's a fucking Pokemon. He's a VGC champ coming soon. We'll see you there, man.
Yes, sir.
Cool. I think that's everything in terms of that kind of stuff. So I guess quickly we'll just run through in other news. What do I have here? As I said before, reminder to update your game via data link, just for those in the Treasure Cruise realm, just to be safe rather than sorry. We had here that Gear 5 Luffy vs. Kizaru has started in the anime. Looks like a great start so far. So looking forward to how well that's going to be animated on that kind of regard too. Draft thoughts, Todd, just briefly. I know you were tweeting a fuck ton about it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good start.
It's been crazy, man. NFL. This has been a pretty crazy draft. I'll tell you that. It's been a crazy draft. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns for doing the craziest shit possible.
In a good way or a bad
but-
way? Like that's what I want to know.
So they had the number 2 pick, and there's literally like the most amazing guy that they could have got at 2.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, actually, no, we're going to trade back. So they traded with the 5th spot, so they moved down to 5. But then they also received that team that moved up. They got their next year's first round pick, so they'll actually have 2 first round picks next year. And
Great.
then they ended up picking a defensive player in the 5th spot, where the Browns have one of the best defenses in the league. So it's not like they needed that much help on defense anyway, where offense absolutely blows. So we missed out on getting probably one of the best players in the league, potentially, for a defensive player. And then we ended up drafting some more defense. Then we finally got some offense. And then, so the big drama of the draft was Shedeur Sanders, which is the son of great NFL player Deion Sanders. He's a quarterback, Shedeur, the young kid. And he was touted to be somewhere between 20th to the 40th best player in the draft.
Right.
The first night came with the first 32 picks. He wasn't picked. The second day wasn't picked. And he made it all the way to the 144th pick, where the Cleveland Browns ended up finally taking him, which was crazy.
144 is fucked, bro.
I think out of all of the quarterbacks in the draft, he was ranked as like potentially 2nd, 3rd, 4th best.
Right.
And what's crazy is that the Cleveland Browns drafted another quarterback ahead of this guy at like 94th pick or something. They picked up one of the lower ranked quarterbacks.
Right.
And then because this other guy was on the board, and he's still a pretty talented player, all things considered, they ended up they traded some of their later picks. They moved up a little bit, and they ended up drafting him. So now we've got another young quarterback. So it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, why would you draft this lower ranked quarterback when you could have got him way earlier? It doesn't make sense, but they do what they do. So
I would love to see the data. I would love to see, like, sitting in a boardroom, the data that they're looking at that gets
You'd
them
love
to
to
that
be a
point.
fly on the wall sometimes.
It'd be
Some
so
of the decisions
interesting.
that get made are crazy.
Absolutely. And then last thing for Flame, since he's back into the wrestling world, John Cena is, as Flame put down, for his farewell tour. He's on heel mode. Which I think is kind of sad, man. He was a good guy the whole time, that his farewell tour is going to be evil. That's not fun.
That is kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, it's actually really funny the way he goes about it. He basically describes him and the WWE like universe / fans as like a very abusive transactional relationship.
That's I could believe that. Yeah.
But yeah, he's I think this happened over the break. WrestleMania passed. He defeated Cody Rhodes, so he was previously he was tied with Ric Flair for most championships ever, like 16. He just passed him, so now he's the most winningest wrestler ever.
Wait, which
17.
person is this?
John Cena.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he just surpassed Ric Flair. So yeah, so now he walks around. He calls himself the GOAT, which is kind of funny too. And he's reignited so this is his last year in wrestling, so I'm assuming they're gonna go through they're gonna try to get him to fight like as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So he's fighting Randy Orton again now, which is really cool because they always used to go back and forth back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty funny and it's interesting seeing him as the bad guy because he's always been the good guy. Like
I reckon his final like fight, he'll like turn back to the good guy or some shit.
That'd be cool. I would like that.
Just end it off on a positive because he's always been the nice guy. So like, you know, why not? Yeah.
Well, very quickly on that, I was gonna say when he actually won at WrestleMania, it was funny because everybody was like booing him leading up to it, but then when he actually won, everybody was cheering him.
Everyone still loves him regardless. Nothing changes.
While he was like walking up the ramp, like it looked like he was trying to like hide his smile. I was like, oh.
He's trying to. He kind of funny all that out for me. You're evil now.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay, awesome. Well, from that, we're going to go quickly into the shout-outs. Woohoo, hey. If you enjoyed today's episode, this is a long episode, by the way, so make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and Knight, what are they commenting down below today?
CE33.
What the fuck?
Isn't that the name of that game?
CE33 in the comment
COE.
COE33 in the comment section down below if you made it this far. And if you've been enjoying it, make sure you go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that kind of fun stuff. You can also support us financially, plenty of different tiers at different price points. Hitting that join button, you can join our esteemed GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski and our good members of Stump, Red Halo, E Recshin, Wankerfellow, Mike Charlotte, Kiri Karasu, and Obsidian Steed 117. Thank you guys for the continued support. We do greatly appreciate it. And from everyone's favorite section into the shoutouts into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A.
The Q&A.
You can send us questions via Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from Obsidian Steed. They ask, what manga had a terrible anime adaptation, and what would be the first game you'd want your kids to play? I want to kick it off for me and Knight. Sakamoto Days. They ruined it, man.
That's fair.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's just not that good. It's good, but it's like, it could have been so much better. It should have been so much better.
Yeah.
Is it really that bad?
I think it's good, but it's like when you read the manga, bro, every chapter in the manga is like peak fiction. Like it genuinely like peak fiction. And then the anime I did not see a single clip on Twitter the whole time it was airing. So you're like, and I like a fuck ton of Sakamoto Days stuff, like always. And my algorithm was empty. So I don't know, man.
Real.
So yeah, it's kind of ass. I think that probably goes for me and Knight. I think that's us. I don't know. What about you guys?
I feel like whenever we get this question, I always answer the same one.
Attack on Titan.
Promise Neverland for sure. Yeah.
Season 2 though, because season 1's really good.
It is.
Stop at season 1.
I would say I'd say the season 1 of the anime it might even be better than the manga. I think
it is.
It's kind of cracked, and then like season 2 is like what? It's like a whole different show. It's like what the fuck?
Yep.
Can't believe they done this.
And then
what else is there? And then
first game.
First game for your kid to play. I don't know, man. Probably like fucking Roblox or some shit. Like they can play whatever they want, bro. I don't care, man. Now probably something like Pokemon related. I think.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta get your kid to ask like you gotta ask the question of what starter they pick.
Oh no, sorry, my kid's gonna play One Piece Treasure Cruise TM. That's it.
Oh shit!
my kid's gonna be hustling, man. He's gonna be doing.
I gotta get my kid started popping pulls.
Yeah, you gotta get him on the Gacha train ASAP.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Next question. Cheese breakfast. They ask, you just passed away. Oh dear, and are allowed to be reborn, but not as a human. What do you want to be? What animal or what thing or whatever would you want to be?
Reincarnated as a slime. No,
okay, get him mouse. The end of the podcast. We're never coming back. That's it. I'll be a fucking bear. I think being a bear would be cool as shit. I love bears, man. They're cool as hell. Make me into like a grizzly bear, just running around, being dopey, but also like feared. I'm down. I'd be a bear.
Bear, interesting call. I feel like a giant bird, like one of the big birds that like no one really wants to fuck with, like a giant hawk or like an albatross or something like that. I think that'd be sick as hell.
Hell yeah.
Or like tigers are pretty sick too.
Yo, based, love it.
That's true.
What about you guys?
I'd
probably do like a croc.
Yo.
Did a death roll? That shit's so crazy.
There's a they're revving up.
I would like to be just a house dog.
Yeah, based. So based.
Dog.
The dog. What the dog doing, man?
What's the dog doing?
All right, next question from Sparta 30. They ask, is bringing a new game mode like Assault Rumble going to change the state of the game, or should they rather focus on existing problems? Oh, fuck it, I don't know, mate. I don't even know, dude.
I mean, both.
Yeah, the answer is yes to both questions. Like, that's just the reality of it, right? I mean, Arse Rumble is another way of them ripping of the gems for high rankers. They are rather on focusing on people who spend more. I mean, like,
they always kind of have.
They've always done that. Plus, like, no one is for like Rumble. Like, whilst I like spending gems on Rumble, most people don't. So you don't have to. Same thing will probably go for Assault Rumble. Exact same process. It's the same. I think Todd, you put it so well. Like, Assault Rumble will just be Super Boss Kazuna. So if you don't want to spend potions in Kazuna, you don't have to spend gems in Assault Rumble. And both will refill naturally. You can play within your the natural stamina means. It's just part of that's Treasure Cruise. You know, that's just part of the course there. Another question. Oh, fucking hell, this. We gotta. Kiri Cross is gonna get fucking murdered. Dingler Ding Dong, they ask, hey crew, we've got a new update and I think they did a really good job with the new game design. Only thing missing now is a filter for captain abilities. So true, actually.
True. That's a fair call.
However, let's have some questions. Question 1. There's 8 questions, you mother sucker. Besides Dragon, which character that had no appearance so far do you want to see represented as a legend in OPTC?
They've done a lot.
Garland.
Figureland, Garland. They haven't done Otohime.
Yeah,
Yo, Otohime's a shout,
dude.
dude.
Base Todd answer?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man.
But after that, I mean, they've done most of them.
Yeah, everything. Honestly, like eventually...
Does Caesar have a legend?
No, actually.
Caesar does not.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, true. Good point. Maybe he's anniversary character. Yo, his
anniversary all along. He's actually
signed. He'll have scientist. He'll have scientist character tag too, dude.
He will.
He'll fit.
Well,
Let's go, dude.
If you actually have a look at it, like a judge and queen both have the scientist tag
Yo,
too.
scientist anniversary banner. Let's go, dude. Exciting. Yep. 11th anniversary is almost here, and judging by the latest anime, a certain character will make his first appearance. Only 6 manga chapters from here. Do you think we could get this first of all of them as an Annie exclusive this year? This year, yes. For 11th Annie, no. Would be my assumption.
Yeah, probably not.
I think One Piece Day is actually a fantastic shout. I think I could see that happening, 100%.
Yeah.
Go. Flamingtons.
Well, I was gonna. I just like my brain died. Like I wasn't paying.
Yeah, no, we know. Right, don't worry.
Question. For that last question, is Nolan and Calgara, are they a legend?
Nope.
That's a good shout as well.
Where the fuck are they?
That's a great shout. That's
cool.
It's a great call.
Rumble rare recruit.
Yo, Drew.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, what about Legend Foxy, bro? Come on.
I'm so down. They should have done that. They should have done that for April Fool's Day so many years in a row now. It was so funny.
And where's that Legend Jozu?
That's the one. There he is.
Oh my god.
TM Legend Jozu.
You know what they should have did a long time ago, like a Legend Ryuma. That would've been sick.
Yeah,
yep, that would have been pretty dope.
There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters, man.
But yeah, anywho.
Nah, Zoro. Yeah, Zoro Pog.
Another
yeah.
K5, let's go.
Another pudding, Pog. What is the saddest scene from an anime / movie or series you've seen? Saddest scene.
Oh, I can answer that.
Go for it. This guy's gonna say fucking Oregairu, season 3, episode 14, some bullshit like that, man.
Wait, is
that was good. That was good for me.
How's that movie as well?
Anime / movie or series, so anything of the sort.
Oh, let me pull up my Annie list. I'll tell you right now.
What do you got for
for a sad movie? I would say or a sad scene would be in Interstellar where
Marv,
where Cooper finally comes back. Where he comes back to the ship after he was on that
the planet
when time skipped ahead all that time, and then he saw all the videos of his family. That was pretty sad.
I agree.
All right, let me see. The saddest things I've ever seen in anime. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, go for it.
Spoiler warning. The Your Lie April ending.
Oh yeah, that's fucked. Don't even bring that up, man. That's fucked.
The letter, the reading of the letter. Oh my god, that's like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The Clannad,
don't bring up Clannad, man.
And her daughter scene at the end.
Don't do that.
And almost like every episode's of Fruits Basket.
Yep.
So yeah, those are definitely some ones right there. Oh, the fucking the Bunny Girl Senpai movie where Mai gets hit by the car.
No. That's trauma. That's fucking trauma. I think I actually like wept during that moment. I was fucked, bro. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I remember I was watching on my laptop. I literally like slammed the screen. And,
I
like,
did
ran
as
out of the
well,
room.
and I was
Like,
that was
I didn't know
one,
what was going on.
that was one of those stare at the roof moments where I was like, "What the fuck do I do?" Oh, it's 30 more minutes of this fucking movie or some shit. What the hell? Okay, maybe come back? Question mark. Let's go.
But yeah, those are some right there.
I think for me, it's I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, the anime movie, like the ending of that.
You want to what?
Yeah, I know it's fucked, right? Give me a pancreas, Todd. Yeah, the ending of that was fucking cooked, or towards the ending was fucking cooked, man. It's a very good film. I would highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Oh, shout out to the Mary as well.
Yo,
Yes,
Jared.
shout out to the Mary.
Yeah.
And how could I forget my all-time favorite anime, Steins Gate?
Oh, true. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
the conclusion of Steins Gate of Okabe realizing he has to revert basically his entire relationship with Kurisu to restore the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta do it, man.
Yeah.
If you could ride on a dinosaur, which one would it be? I don't know, bro. A fucking T-Rex. That'd be kind of cool. Stegosaurus would be kind of dope.
Yeah, that'd be
Pterodactyl.
painful.
What about an ankylosaurus? Isn't that the one with the club on the end? It's got a real flat back, so it's not gonna
Yeah.
hurt as much.
Yep, there you go.
Ankylosaurus, baby.
I think I know one with the two horns.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate Easter? We do have a tradition to go on an Easter egg shoot during this time period. That's a lot of questions.
That's so American.
I got a lot of questions. Are you shooting shit? Are you shooting Easter eggs? Is it a shoot like a movie shoot or like a fucking I don't know, bro. That's a lot
Or
of
like
questions.
shots of alcohol.
Yeah, is it
or-
a shot of alcohol? There's a lot of questions there. We just have like a family, like generally have like just a lunch amongst ourselves, the fun amongst the
Yeah,
family.
pretty much.
One of those ones things.
For the younger children in my family, like they color eggs, they hide eggs.
Mhm.
We have the fictional Easter Bunny comes.
Oh yeah, the
Fictional?
whole Easter Bunny come along too.
Fictional?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me? What'd you
Yeah,
say?
it's fake.
It's fake. It's fake. It's fake.
Nah, but for this year, like we just went to my aunt's house. We just had some food and stuff and chilled.
Nice.
That's it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Question 6. Are there any dishes that have been a once-in-a-lifetime experience, either for the taste or how the food was made / presented? Once in a lifetime? No, I don't think so.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever had a once-in-a-lifetime dish.
Once in a lifetime.
Well, I don't know if it's once in a lifetime, but earlier this year, Carissa and I went out to. Actually, it was voted through nationally in the United States as the most quote-unquote romantic restaurant in the whole country.
Okay.
It's in downtown Cleveland called the Marble Room.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's so we went there because Carissa's sister and her boyfriend had like their anniversary and they had like some open slots and we decided to tag along for the dinner. And it's like a really fancy restaurant and they ordered some sushi and I'm not really a big fan of sushi.
Yeah.
But they're like, "Oh no, you got to try it because it's they do really good sushi here." So this sushi had fucking like gold leaf and caviar on top of it.
Damn, okay.
It was like the crazy shit, and like I fucking hate sushi. I am not a fan, but
Yeah.
this sushi was the bomb. It was out of this world,
Damn,
and
okay.
I don't think I'm ever going to be eating caviar gold leaf sushi anytime soon. But that shit was kind of heat. It was pretty good.
So now you've reminded me, I think back in 2016 we went to Tsukiji Fish Market in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Like hella early in the morning, one of those ones, and we like I ended up paying like a fuck ton of money for like bluefin tuna, like one of the having that at one of the places. Then I was okay, yeah, that was like fucking. That's probably a once in a lifetime thing. That was cool
Right.
as fuck.
I remember this is gonna be very vague. A very long time ago, I had this. I don't remember if it was like a specialty or it was an appetizer,
Mm.
but I had it at Outback. I forgot what it was, but it was like one of the best things I've ever ate in my life. After that one day I went, I never saw it again there ever.
What was it?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember.
I can't even
but
remember. Oh
I,
no!
I remember the story. At this point, I don't even think it happened.
You said it was at Outback.
Yeah, it was like I don't remember if it was just like a specialty for the night or if it was an appetizer. I think it was an app, but I remember because back then I used to go to Outback quite frequently.
Yeah.
And I never saw it again.
I'll never forget. I went to Outback once with Carissa, and they only had one Australian beverage on the menu, which was a Foster's beer. And I said, "I'll have a Foster's beer. I'm not a fan of it, but hey, it's Australian. I'll have it." And they said, "Oh, sorry, we're out." I'm like,
course.
bitch, what? The one Australian thing you actually have in here?
Honestly,
Okay, whatever, bro.
honestly, thank God they were out, man.
Fuck.
Fuck, that beer
Yeah,
sucks
honestly, probably
ass.
dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I think you
Dodged a
did.
bullet.
That beer
Yeah.
is like ass, bro. Right, you
Although
know,
I like VB, so
Oh, you like VB? What the
yeah,
fuck?
I like VB. I don't mind it at all. So I probably would like Foster's.
Oh my day, this guy's cooked. I
Yeah.
respect it, but he's also cooked. What about you, Knight? Anything memorable for you?
I wouldn't say it's like once in a lifetime, but when I was on vacation, I had a elk burger and a bison burger.
Oh damn! Did you put peanut
I
butter
had
on
it.
it?
No,
you
I
go.
didn't put peanut butter on this time.
I've had a
I
bison
was-
burger at Bear Burger. I had a bison burger.
Probably like hella
What is
gamey.
bison? What's
Yeah, they're
bison like? Is it like?
Is it
Is
hella
it like
gamey?
more like? Is it beef? Like more beefy than normal cow, or like I don't know.
It's
how
like
to...
better than it's like beef, but better. My
Damn.
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I guess having like meat in a burger form is a lot different from having it in like as a steak form.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
it's a bit different. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like it's more like it's like leaner. Definitely has more of a distinct taste as well.
I remember it was quite a long time. It would have been at least 10 years ago at this point. Our next door neighbor, they're like really hardcore Australian, and they had a party where they invited a bunch of their friends over, and they invited us over, and they were cooking like some obscure shit on the barbecue,
Oh,
and
God.
I was able to try crocodile for the first time.
Yeah,
That was,
yup.
Okay.
That was different. That's
I've
it's
had
very,
alligator.
it's kind of like the way I describe it is it's like a more meaty version. It's like more meaty fish. It's like a cross between
Yeah.
like a red meat and a fish. Like it's still white meat, but it's hard to describe. It's very rubbery. It's like it's really chewy, but yeah, it's odd.
Here we go.
Strange shit.
Rattle these last ones off. Which of all of the different One Piece anime styles the series has had over the last decades is your favorite?
Water 7 Ennie's Lobby anime style was my favorite.
Yeah, that's a fucking.
Yes,
that's
I
based.
was actually gonna say that.
That's
yes,
based.
the first animation update, the Water 7 one, was one of my
Yep,
favorites.
That's based. I'll give you that.
I actually really like. I know some people are indifferent about it. I really like the Egghead animation right now.
Yeah,
I think it's
no, I
really
feel
good
that.
as well.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Um,
objectively is the best anime art style that One Piece has had, I would say.
Yeah. But yes, I will agree. The Water 7. Yeah.
There we go. Which is the best non-Sugafest exclusive rare recruit character that has ever released? Fucking it's
Bobbin.
Bobbin.
Ever?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably Bobbin. Bobbin was cracked as fuck.
I still
Inami
remember
was
that
kind
one
of
time
cold.
I did the stream with Rogers Base when he was
Uh,
first playing Treasure Cruise for the first time. He pulled
no.
Bob and he's like, "I'm selling this guy because I hate Bob." And I'm like,
No,
"Bro,
that's the guy. That's the guy. Good, keep that
Bro,
one.
the best character.
And he did it for Trouble too. Didn't he do that
Yep.
shit? too?
Yep.
Trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying int time skip Nami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That you know was
Oh yeah,
fun.
got it.
Good call. And yeah,
But then-
Nami was kind of cracked.
Honestly,
Ahead of her time.
I'll put that Dex Praline into the
Yeah,
ring
dude.
as well.
Oh yeah, she's correct.
Usohachi.
Oh, okay. Uzahaji also fucking broken as shit.
Also, shout out to Elizabello.
Yep.
Yeah.
Underrated,
Yeah.
actually. People don't understand
Yeah.
Elizabeth properly. That unit's really good.
GPU,
Those who know.
Golden Pound Usopp, let's go, baby.
The GOAT.
He's
Still a rare
technically
recruit.
a rare recruit.
Still a rare recruit.
That's a good call.
For some-
GPU, man.
Some fucking dumbass
Yeah.
reason. Even though I've farmed about 10,000 copies of that unit, but you know, rare recruit is.
Man, making me feel old talking about these units.
I know, right, bro? Treasure Cruise is about to be 11 fucking years old, dude. Like, that's fucked, bro.
It's insane.
Though we all know Papi has a lot of fun with answering a crap ton of questions. I hope you enjoyed this one. Looking forward to hearing you guys have a good time. Greetings from Germany, Kiri. Thank you, Kiri. Finally, from our favorite fella, Wanker fella. Hey, fellas. Story time. Again, one summer while I was in China. This guy does everything. While I was in China for an exchange program, a few friends and I decided to check out the clubbing scene in Shanghai. As a buddy and myself were having no luck finding space at a bar to order drinks, this foxy lady sitting by herself at the end of the bar waved us over to join her to drink. She had an abundance of drinks. She had an abundance of drinks with her. We had an abundance of drinks with her, so we gladly obliged. After a few drinks with this foxy lady, she waves over her lady friend. She waves her lady friends over. Next thing I know, one of our other friends is slapping me in the face, telling me to snap out of it, while one of these ladies is trying to convince me to go home with her. As I start to come to my senses, I take one look at the lady and realize she was a not so foxy 40-year-old lady. I get out of there with my buddy, and our friend asks us what the hell happened. What the hell happened to us, because we were gone for 3 hours. Fast forward 3 weeks later, we see that foxy lady along with some others on the news and in handcuffs, being taken away for being charged with drugging people and harvesting their organs. Yeah, that's actually it's a really common thing in Asian countries. It's actually kind of fucked up, dude. I think that was probably one of the biggest bullets I dodged. What was the biggest bullet you guys have dodged, or what is the sketchiest situation you guys have been in?
Jesus, I mean, definitely nothing like that.
I don't think I've been.
Oh, shit.
Sketchiest sitch.
Sketchiest sitch, or like biggest bullet
I'm not
you've
really
dodged.
a sketchy guy. I don't know.
I don't believe that for a half like a heartbeat, mate. Do I even have anything? I don't know. I probably
remember
do.
In high school, we were. So our teacher in high school, it was like during PE, physical education class, and we're in our gym, and we were, so like the basketball boards were like against the wall, and like we can swing them out, and there's like some cables you have to like pull to like bring out the boards. And I remember I was around the 3-point marker of the basketball court, and like I stepped back a couple steps just so I could make sure that like the guys were putting it in the right spot. And then one of the dudes ended up flinging the basketball hoop so fast like out from the wall that the cable with like a metal point at the end flung out and like swung out, and it literally just passed my face. If I didn't do those couple steps back to make sure they were having it in the right spot, that thing with a metal point would have smacked me in my face, and who knows what damage that would have done. I'll always remember that because it was like so close to like knocking me the fuck out. That was pretty scary.
Fuck that.
I can't say I would have had my organs harvested or anything like that.
No. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything to that level. I don't think I have much at all, to be honest with you.
That's fucking crazy.
The only I guess crazy sketch things for me is that I have a bad luck of almost drowning a few times.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. My craziest one was when I was younger. Do you guys know what boogie boarding is?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I used to like to. I don't even remember if I ever told this story on the podcast, but if I did, we're doing it again. I used to like the boogie board, so I went with my mom and her, like, whoever else came with us, her friend, whatever. If you don't know boogie boarding, you like tie a little thing to your ankle and you just like chill on the board or whatever. I forgot the thing is called in the ocean, but there's some shit in the ocean that like it starts to pull you back.
Current, like a rip.
Yeah, the current. So I was like young, so like I didn't really understand that at the time. So I'm chilling, doing my thing, and the current starts to pull me in. And this is pre glasses, so like I can't see from far. So all I see is like my mom. She's like standing at the shore, and I see her like doing something. I can't see what she's doing, so what she's actually doing is telling me like to come back. But I thought she was waving at me, so my dumbass waves back at her like hi. So what ended up happening was a wave started like form like in the back, and the wave ends up like smacking me, and like I started like basically like kind of like flying in the air from the hit.
Oh god.
And the way I landed, like I hit the water, and like it kind of like like I rode the wave and like essentially all the way back to the shore. And I never went back in the ocean ever since that day.
That was it. I had enough.
Yeah, I was traumatized.
Boy had enough.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I do remember one thing that happened to me where I had to go down the street down to that local town to like pick up something from like one of the bakeries, and I was like really rushing. I don't remember what I had planned for the day. I was rushing, and as I ran back to my car, I was like running along the road behind a bunch of other cars, and some fucking car literally came out and almost ran me over as it was reversing out of its car spot, and it literally bumped me over. I'm really happy that they stopped and actually realized that they hit me. Otherwise, yeah, that car would have kept going and I'd be in trouble. But yeah, that was a scary moment.
God.
Damn.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me is like I've had a couple close calls when some dumbass almost hit me with a car, but that was it.
Fucking hell, man. So cool.
What about when you got jumped at the Digimon Fest? Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah.
This guy, all-time hater. All-time hater.
I get jumped.
Yeah, like give me that deck, bitch.
Give me that deck, hey yo.
That's crazy.
On the OPTC side of things, I like the direction Ben is going with the character tags. Having characters from the same pirate crew or group of or group on your crew gives bonus effects, giving team another level to consider. I know it's very new, but which tags you think will be the most widely used? Straw Hat Pirates.
Straw Hat, Egghead, Wano at the moment for sure.
Pretty much. Probably Devil Fruit stuff as well. Maybe in future.
Paramecia. There's a lot of Paramecias.
Yeah.
They gotta drop one just called Pirate.
Oh well, they could.
They probably should, honestly. They have Navy, so fuck it. I think they have just Navy, so they should just do just Pirate, innit? Probably those ones. Cheers from Canada with all my organs still intact. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that one. That's it. A longer episode today, but we got through it regardless. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and comment. What was it? COE33? COE33 in the comment section down below. Whilst you're also down there, go to the description. You can find our socials, our link trilling, linktr.ee/good great perfect. Find us on Twitter at GGP Podcast. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, to name a few of the other platforms we are on. And whilst you're also down there, go to all of our socials. Plenty of socials there to go like, subscribe, follow, donate, all that kind of fun stuff. It's anniversary time. Maybe Knight uploads a 11th Annie summons. Who knows? You have to make sure you go subscribe to find out. But with that being said, I've been Captain Puppy, Flame Knight, and Todd. We will be back right before anniversary for the next episode. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace!
Bye.
Bye-bye.